Welcome back, everybody, to the Dragon Age 2 Blood Mage run. Ayo! Where last we left off, blood magic is imminent, Fenris is present, and Anders is turning heads. Sexy man somehow. What? If you guys watched the last episode on YouTube, then you'll know that things are getting a little bit steamy already with Anders. So, without much more further ado, welcome back to Dragon Age 2, the Blood Mage run. Pew. Let's do this! A huge thank you to everybody who left a wee comment on the YouTube video. We put the first episode of this playthrough up yesterday. There he is! The man we're not romancing.
We should move on.
Oh, God, I love him so much. Dragon Age 2, Blood Mage Boogaloo, that's the one. Happy 12th birthday to Dragon Age 2, hey-oh!
Carl was a good mage.
He was.
A good man. It goes against all Chantry law to make him tranquil.
Well, shit happens, I guess.
If you have a plan, get to it.
I love Carver. Whee! He's almost a teen. He's a tween. Dragon Age. Right, what are we doing today? Let's find out. Oh no. We need to go and get Merrill? Why don't we go into the valleys of Wales and get Merrill? What a beautiful Welsh accent. Of which I cannot do. I went somewhere very different. We should get the bone pit. Enemies among us. Duty. Sebastian can wait. Right, let's go and get... We spoke to Aveline, didn't we? I think we did. That was a confusing accent. We won't talk about the accent. If there are any Welsh people in chat right now, no, you did not hear that. It was awful. Let's go and get Merrill. Oh, damn it, I did it again. That's not how the Welsh talk, kind of. My grandma was Welsh. Please apologise to her profusely on my behalf. The best boys. If only Varric was here. Wait. Oh, wait. Hold on. I need the guide of guidiness. I need the guide of the guiding. Granda. One of the things that you guys are going to learn about me really quick is that Eddie cannot read. This is the other thing that I want a diagnosis for. I might be dyslexic. I don't know. I might have ADHD and be dyslexic. It is unclearness. Hold on, I'm bringing up our guide for Anders. Bring it all the way down here. I want to piss him off as much as possible. Also, I'm just going to get the Enigma of Kirkwall. Enigma of Kirkwall locations. My favourite codex series in Dragon Age 2 is the Enigma of Kirkwall. We're going to find all of the codexes and I'll read them to you in succession so that you can get the idea of the lore. The lore! I'm here for the lore! Okay, perfect. Right, here we go. So there's one in the Viscount's Keep. I know where it is. There's one in the Gallows Courtyard. There's one in the Bone Pit. I know where it is. And there's one in the Alienage in Lowtown. I know where that is. It's really funny because the first time that we take Fenris to the Gallows, he does his whole fuck magey speech. This is going to be fantastic. Mate, Hawk is going to be best friends with Fenris and Carver, and Anders is going to be sat there like, you what? You know, like Hawk's being there like, oh, like, I agree, Fenris. The circle should be enforced. And Carver's like, here, absolutely yes. Let's side with the Templars. And Fenris will be like, it's nice to see a man with a decent head on his shoulders, yes. They should be enforced. And Anders is sitting there like going absolutely insane, like, you're a mage! How can you be saying this about yourself? You're siding with these guys? These guys? And literally in unison, Hawk, Carver, and Fenris all turn around and like, shut up, Anders! You're a mage! Poor Anders. Hawk's little profile pic, yep. Staring directly into your souls. This man is a man who has seen shit and means to continue. At this stage, I think Ego is in his dreams, in his mind, just whispering little thoughts, and Hawk can't quite tell if they're his own thoughts or not. Little ego boosts. Little comments just to make him feel powerful or something. Ah, pew, pew, pew! Quick, deploy dog! Dog deployed! Pew, pew, pew! Pew, 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 pew! Pew, 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 pew!
Is everyone all right?
The sound effects are mandatory. All of your curacies are belong to us. Whoop. Why is Fenris all the way down here? This seems irregular. Fenris should be up here. Why is Anders there? I suppose the romance partner can actually go there, but it's fine. Wait, what? Oh no, they're over here. For some reason I thought the Dalish met us here, but no, they're literally there. Let's go get them. I've somehow accumulated 100k channel points. My god. What do you plan to do with them? Are you going to use them for good or evil?
Old Shemlin, your kind are not welcome among the Dalish.
And now we play the game of, is this Dalish, Irish, or Welsh? Because sometimes it's hard to tell. Place your bets now! Yeah, that one's meant to be Irish.
What's a Shemlin?
Your ma?
It is the elven word for human.
Oh.
It means you're not one of the people, and you should leave now.
He's got one of those Irish accents, doesn't he? He sounds like he's got like the leprechaun accent. Hello, Nameless, you're just in time. You're not one of the people. People? Why do the elves look so metallic? Is this engine? I don't remember which engine they used to make Dragon Age 2. I can't remember which one it is. But everything's all over the blah, blah, blah. Do you guys prefer the elf the way that the elves are built in Dragon Age 2? The elf models in Dragon Age 2, Origins, or Inquisition better? Because for Dragon Age 2, they tried to go more canon with their facial structures. Because, so like humans have the bridge of their nose that comes in like this. But canonically, Dragon Age elves don't have this bridge that goes in. It's straight like this. Like that's a canonic feature of Dragon Age elves. And they try to do that more in Dragon Age 2. That's a natural 20. What would you like for your natural 20, Boots? Would you like to change the colour of my microphone? Or would you like a Morden Sings free of charge? Put your wallet away. You like Dragon Age 2? Interesting. I've only played Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition, and I prefer how they are in 2. Well, canonically, they look more like elves in Dragon Age 2. Personally, I don't like how Zevran looks. I think he looks weird in Dragon Age 2, but I think it's just because I'm so used to how he looks in Origins. I might be being prudish with it. However, Fenris looks stunning, and I wouldn't have him any other way. Morden Sings? Oh, better to die to a thresher maul with shotgun blasting roaring rather than to play ambassadorial games with the blood of Shiaga in her veins. Off to fight Centurions can't, with diplomats instead of a crant. But she'll be true to Tuchanka's dream and live and die a Krogan queen. For she is the Krogan queen. Hurrah, hurrah for the Krogan queen. And it is a glorious thing to be the Krogan queen.
I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. I've studied species Turian and Saurian Batarian. I'm quite good at genetics as a subset
Pete's.
of biology because I am an expert.
Which I know is a tautology.
My xenoscience studies range from urban to agrarian. I am the very model of a
Scientist Solarian. He's the greatest! Basclari, I honestly love that emote so much. I want somebody to make me an emote like that. I want an Eddie blanket emote. Who do I commission for this? Investigate. Did I do this one already? I can't remember.
Who are you people?
We are the last of the Elven.
So you say, frequently.
Fenris is already
We
done with their
remember who
shit.
the people truly are, even as you
Look at
city
this creeper!
elves forget.
Look at this creeper in the background. Even if you city elves forget. This is easily the greatest way that I can break down how Scotland works for you guys. We are divided, split down the middle by city elves and Dalish elves. The Dalish elves are the Scottish people who want to try and keep the traditions alive, who want to like bring back things like the language, the kilt, the tartans and stuff like that, just because they cling to an identity that is being surgically and very strategically removed from them. And then you have the city elves, the Scottish people who are like, dude, that kind of stuff is just like, it's fucking history. It's not even us anymore. Tartan and kilts aren't even Scottish. They were reinvented by the English after the English banned them in like the 1700s. It's not even ours. Let's just move on, make Scotland what it is, and not care about it. Let the languages die. No one cares. That is a perfect representation. The elves in Dragon Age is a perfect representation for how modern day Scotland is. And I think that's probably why I sympathise with Solus a lot. Solus is just being like, imagine if William Wallace popped up 1,000 years later, after he had lived the history, after he had literally fought the English, defended Scotland, fought for independence, gave his life for it, and then he rocks up 1,000 years in the future, and people have said no to independence, and now are like, I don't mind the Union, it's not so bad, and are like, let the languages die, who the fuck cares? Can you imagine how insane he would go? Can you imagine how that would fuck him up? Literally Solus. Literally Solus. That's literally Solus. Rocks up in the future and he's like, hey everyone, I am your history. Let me teach you about it. But by this time, the Dalish have now advanced into like their own subculture. Like their culture is valid and their own, but it has moved on from Solus and what his culture is, and Solus won't let it go. So he rocks up and he's like, oh, yeah, all of your culture, wrong. And I should know because I am your culture, uwu. But I can't tell you that I'm your culture, otherwise I'd have to out myself as the Dread Wolf, which apparently you guys don't like. So in order just to keep things kind of like inconspicuous, I'm just some random madman that has come out of the forest to tell you that all of your religion is wrong. And I know everything, but I won't tell you why. And then he wonders why the Dalish tell him to fuck off. Solus! I love him so much. He's so dumb, and yet the smartest person. I say smart. High intelligence, low wisdom. Solus. I love Solus. He's such a good character. Do I agree with everything he says and does? No, I do not. And yet, great character. Intellect 20, wisdom 8. That's honestly generous. Just a -2 to wisdom. Very generous. I'd have dropped him down at 5. Nat 1, nat 1, nat 1. Basically, I'm rambling a lot, I understand. I'm so sorry, YouTube. Basically, every single plan that Solus has had to date, he has nat 1 rolled on its execution. Solus, can I just have like a performance check, please? That's a nat 1, you say. Will you create the veil and destroy the world? Oh no. DMY! Wait, hold on. I actually want to hear what you said.
Who are you people?
We are the last of the Elven.
So you say, frequently.
We remember who the people truly are, even as you city elves forget.
Is that Paul? I think that's Paul. I love that there's just... I love elves with people names. Like, I have 2 elves. One's called Dan and one's called Len. Granted, Dan is short for Eladin, which is like an actual elf name. Whereas Len is just Len. I love having a high elf called Len. Anyway. Blip.
I was given an amulet for someone named Marathari.
How do you know that name?
Wait. This is the one the Keeper spoke of.
A Shemlin? I thought he'd be an elf.
Hi, I'm Paul.
Enter the camp.
There he is.
Keeper Marathari has been waiting for you.
I'm pretty sure.
Cause trouble, and you'll meet our blades, stranger.
I'm pretty sure that's Paul. P-O-L. Paul. Oh. She's a little bit mummy.
Marathari, I was told to bring you this amulet.
Daddy. Fenris just looking like a snack. A whole ass meal in the background.
Andaranatishan, travelers.
That means welcome.
Indeed, I am Keeper Marathari. Let me look at you. There's truth in your face. A rare thing in a human.
Thanks.
Tell me how this burden fell to you, child.
I love that she's like, let me look at your face, and Hawk's just like, pulls the dumbest face that he can. There is truth in you, child. Oh, you want some Len voice? Hold on, right, okay, so I have a high elf wizard called Len, and he sounds like this. You know when you're in a store and you find something that you really like and you want to buy it, and so you pick it up and you're like, this is beautiful, I shall purchase it. But then you check the price tag, and as soon as you see how much it is, you're like, well, shit, that's going back on the shelf. That's Len's voice. That mild panic at how much something costs, that's Len's constant voice. And he always like mispronounces things ever so slightly because common is not his first language. He is an elf after all. He is fluent in Elven. Also, he uses all pronouns and no pronouns. If pressed, his pronouns are Len, what is his name, and Wizard. You may call him Wizard. He was using neo-pronouns before I even knew what neo-pronouns were. Wizard and Wizard self. Hilarious. I didn't know what neo-pronouns were. And yet, here's Len rocking up, using Wizard as his pronouns. He also is never seen without a rocking pair of high heels on. And he loves dresses, robes, and big floppy hats. His ears actually flop down the way because he wears large, big, rimmed hats. And his ears don't go up because the rim of the hats force them down, so his ears go like this! And he decorates them with everything that he always has like a lot of gold because all of the stuff that he owns is 5-finger discount, do you know what I mean? Mage hand! Whee! Ooh, an earring, lovely, thank you. He's gorgeous. His hair is very long and he braids it and it's ash pink. Like a blush pink colour. Freckles. And he's a wizard, darling. And obsessed with shiny things and power. Len. I miss Len. I miss Len so fucking much. A witch saved my life.
This amulet's owner rescued my family from the Blight. In return, I agreed to bring it to you.
I honor you for coming to me. But I'm afraid your part in this is not done yet. The amulet must be taken to an altar at the top of the mountain and given a Dalish rite for the departed. Then, return the amulet to me. Do this and your debt will be repaid.
Are you going to teach me this rite for the departed?
I will send my first with you. She will see to it the ritual is done. And when it is complete, I must ask that you take her with you when you go.
Look at this man. I am this close to putting on my Fenris makeup. This close. Neopronouns don't bother me. So far, in my experience, people who use neopronouns only use their neopronouns with people that they're comfortable with. They have like regular pronouns that they use for people that they're unsure of, which is fair and considerate. I don't know if everybody who uses neopronouns works like that, but they don't bother me that much. I'm not too fussed. Who are you? Did I click this one already? I can't remember.
Who is your first? First of what?
Your people would call her my apprentice, or heir. Meryl would have taken my place as keeper. But she has chosen a new path. Please, guide her safely from here.
Guides her into pillows. Kind and safe. Alright, fine.
If that's what you want.
It isn't what I want, but it is what she wants. You will find Meryl waiting for you on the trail just up the mountain.
Dorian and Len.
Gareth Shiral.
That means farewell, safe travels. Dorian and Len in the same room would be too much sparkle for the world.
Maybe it's just you that's cursed mine.
It would be too fabulous, darlings. Everybody would collapse. Ruin of nature, you say? No, thank you. Is there anything I can sell, Dagger? Oh, I don't want anything that's red. We've got DLC content. Here. Guys, you can have this. I'm contributing to the mage effort. Oh, but I do want these. Give me that. All of them. I'm just going to buy them out of all of their potions. I shouldn't need them, but just in case. Boop.
Dalish crafting is second to none.
Oh, Arlathan! Before the ages were named or numbered, our people were glorious and eternal and never changing. Like the great oak tree, they were constant in their traditions, strong in their roots and ever reaching for the sky. They felt no need to rush when life was endless. They worshipped their gods for months at a time. Decisions came after decades of debate, and an introduction could last for years. From time to time, our ancestors would drift into centuries-long slumber, but this was not death, for we know they wandered the fade in dreams. In those ages, our people called all the land Elvanen. Elven meaning like the people, and An is a place, so it's like a place of the people. So it literally means elf place, I guess, which in the old language means, oh, it's literally translated, place of our people. It's literally translated. But yeah, Elven is the people, and An makes it a place of. And at the center of the world stood the great city of Arlathan, which literally translates to our love place. I will never read! How dare you! Eddie, please read ahead. Hello, Catnug. I will never read! Ever! I'd much rather be Brain. I don't have that either. So yeah, Arlathan means our love place, or our place of love, or our beloved place, depending on how you want to translate it. I feel like Master Varathorn in the Dalish camp despises me for how much elf fruit I buy. Just their entire supply, even though enough to make potions even in Awakening. I love that. Scotland has so many names that are similar. I know! I love it so much. I think this is why I latch on to the elves so much. I kind of like relate to them as a Scottish person. A place of knowledge and debate, where the best of the ancient elves would go to trade knowledge, greet old friends, and settle disputes that had gone on for millennia. But while our ancestors were caught up in the forever cycle of ages, drifting through life at what we today would consider an intolerable at what we would consider an intolerable pace, the world outside the lush forests and ancient trees was changing. The humans first arrived from Parvolan to the north, called Shemlin or Quicklings. So Shem means quick and Len means child. It just means that they age really fast. By the ancients, the humans were pitiful creatures whose lives blinked by in an instant. When they first met the elves, the humans were brash and warlike, quick to anger and quicker to fight, with no patience for the unhurried pace of elven diplomacy. Sounds like a human thing, doesn't it? Oh, blasted Inhumans. This is why they run the Federation, because in Starfleet, you know, like, we need the humans to do the things, to break the rules, to be Captain Kirk. We need Kirks in the world. We need Jims to break the status quo or something. But the humans brought worse things than war with them. Our ancestors proved susceptible to human disease, and for the first time in history, elves died of natural causes. Gasp. What's more, those elves who spent time berating and negotiating with humans found themselves aging, tainted by the humans' brash and impatient lives. Many believed that the ancient gods had judged them unworthy for their long lives and cast them down among the Quicklings. Our ancestors came to look upon the humans as parasites, which I understand is similar to the way that humans see our people in the cities. Oh, how the turntables have! The ancient elves immediately moved to close Elvenan off from the humans, for fear that this quickening effect would crumble civilization. Thank you very much for that follow. Joke's on them! It was Solus all along! Whee! Anyway, let's go get Meryl. Stop yelling. I do a big shout! I'm just really excited. There she is. I saw her. Cue cutscene. I love how they called their empire Elves Was Here and the capital Elves Bang Here. Pretty much. Hello, gazing eye. Pretty much. Stitch, that's hilarious.
Oh, I didn't hear. You must be the one the Keeper told me about.
Anethera.
Anethera?
I'm so sorry. I didn't ask your name. Unless... It's not rude to ask a human their name, is it? I'm Meryl, which you probably knew already. I'm rambling, sorry.
Beautifully Welsh. Beautifully. Actually Welsh. Voice actor actually Welsh. We stan. We stan. I pressed enter too quickly, my bad. Now you're fine. I'm excited to see what you had to say. It's Gwen Cooper from Torchwood. Yes! Actually Welsh. Love that. Love that so much. Solus's voice actor is Welsh as well. Not that you would notice. He doesn't have like that inflected Welsh accent. Still Welsh though. We stan. We stan. She is so baby. I love her very much. We protect. Now, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting because Meryl is one of the first positive representations that our Hawk is going to see for a Blood Mage. And he's already kind of got a demon in his head that's kind of talking to him a little bit. And so he's kind of like, well, if Meryl's fine, maybe it's not so bad. Maybe it's not so bad.
Why are you leaving the Dalish for Kirkwall?
I have to. Let's leave it at that for now, all right?
No, press.
I get the feeling you're in trouble.
It's not like that. Not exactly, anyway. The Keeper and I have disagreements, but it will sort itself out in time.
It won't. Oh no.
Did you hear that strange noise?
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
You lie.
You seem awfully nervous.
I've never met a human before. Dalish mothers frighten their children with stories about you, you know. Not you, personally, of course. I'm sure they don't have any tales about you. Or not scary ones, at least. Not that you're not notable enough to have a story. I'll just shut up now.
She's adorable. What are Solus's views on blood magic again? He just sees it as another form of magic. Not inherently good, not inherently bad. But he doesn't practice it himself. He says in Inquisition that he doesn't himself practice it. But he sees all magic as being neither good nor evil. It is the intent of the user that makes it good or evil. Which is actually how, like, if any of you practice, like, if any of you are Wiccans or practice, like, magic or witchcraft or anything, that's how magic literally is perceived. Magic itself is not good or evil. It's the intentions, the intent of the user that makes it good or evil. And that's how Solus sees magic, including blood magic. But he himself does not practice it. I'm French Canadian! I don't know much about accents, so they all sound so good and realistic to me. Well, I can tell you, firsthand, Meryl's excellent. Actually Welsh.
We didn't get a proper introduction.
I am... or was, I suppose. The first to keep a Marathari. I've studied the old ways for as long as I can remember. I know things. The law of the Dalish that can help us get to the summit of Sundermort.
Sundermount? Sundermount. Sundermount. She said it weird. Actually Welsh award. I love it when people say to me, because obviously I did a series on my TikTok. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I sound like Meryl. I did a series on my TikTok of, like, I review people's Scottish accents, but then people didn't understand the assignment. I was reviewing people who weren't Scottish doing Scottish accents, just to be like, this is good. If you want to do a Scottish accent, use this as reference. Don't use this one for reference. It's terrible, blah, 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 blah. It started to get a wee bit judgmental, so I stopped it. But people didn't understand the assignment and would just send me characters that were literally voiced by Scottish people. So I was just sat there being like, you want me to judge the Scottish accent of this actual Scottish person? A+. S tier. That is as authentic a Scottish accent as you can get. Like, I can't say anything about it. I can't even review it. It's just a Scottish person. It's just a Scottish person. It's David fucking Tennant. Like, somebody literally said, can you review the new Scrooge McDuck? It's David Tennant. I'm like, that's a Scottish man. Who the fuck are you?
We didn't get a proper introduction.
I am... or was, I suppose. The first to keep a Marathari. I've studied the old ways for as long as I can remember. I know things.
Ah, we did this one.
The law
I'm not
of
paying
Dalish
attention.
that can help us get to the summit of Sundermort.
It's Sundermount! I swear, it's Sundermount! Oh. Let me see if we can piss off Anders whilst we're here. Alright, so today's goal, piss off Anders, yet flirt with him. We're going for mixed messages. Here we go. Not according to Meryl. Well, do you know what? I've heard people in this game mispronounce Minrathis, mispronounce Arlathan, mispronounce a whole bunch of things. Like, I don't understand. I don't think it's like a mispronunciation. It could just be an accent thing. But if you go back to Dragon Age Origins and listen to how they pronounce a bunch of, like, the Elven words, it's interesting. What's this? What's this quest called? Someone? Anyone? Can I not get right in the dangle bag? Minorathus! Yes, I'm pretty sure. Thank you very much for that follow. I'm pretty sure Dorian literally says Minorathus. Nice to meet you, I guess. Wait, don't be so nervous.
You'll have to work harder than that to offend me. My name's Hawk.
Thank you.
It is the long way home, thank
I'm
you.
afraid I'm not very experienced with your kind. The Keeper said you came from Ferelden. I spent most of my life there. We only came north a few years ago. Have you been in the Free Marches long? Do you like it here?
Hello, impatient nerd girl. How are you? Welcome to the stream. A wee bit snappy? A wee bit snappy. Long way home. Ah, perfect. No problem.
The Blight forced me here. Wasn't my choice.
I understand. We wouldn't have come here by choice either. We should go. Your task is for Asher Bellinar. It's not wise to make her wait.
What do we have to do with the amulet?
It's a funeral of sorts. I'll perform it when we get to the mountaintop. Getting there is the tricky part. Our hunters haven't been able to reach the summit. Dark things are about.
It's a funeral of sorts?
I take it you've been expecting me to bring this amulet for some time.
The Keeper brought us here to wait for you. I don't know much more than that. I do know that you have Asher Bellinar's amulet. And we must bring it to the altar on the mountaintop. Nothing more.
Do you know the witch who sent me here?
No, not personally. My people tell stories of her, though. You're very lucky. Most people who meet Asher Bellinar wind up in little pieces, hanging from the trees.
Hello, Millie. I'm fine. How are you? It's a funeral of sorts? Ready to go.
Let's get this over with.
Do you know the translation of Meryl's invocation during the ritual with the amulet? I don't know it off the top of my head. Do you have it written down? Do you have like the Elven written down? What? I can have a look at it when she recites it if you want. It's... Why is he not dying? Cool. Her incantation is something... It is something, and I can't remember what it is.
The Keeper didn't mention you were a mage.
I imagine it's difficult to give away something nobody wants.
Fenris!
All Keepers know a bit of old magic. The stories tell us that all Elven once had the gift. But like so many things, it was lost. It's a Keeper's job to remember, to restore what we can.
Fenris, there's a time and a place. Inside voice, sweetheart. Inside voice. What about demons?
Can't demons possess Dalish mages?
It can happen.
Just Fenris,
and when it
always
does,
angry all the time.
clan must hunt and kill their own Keeper.
Fenris, you can't just say things like that.
Does the Chantry know about the Dalish mages?
Oh, they know. Keeper Marathari told me that was one of the reasons we never camped too long in one place. They usually won't pursue us if we stay away from the cities and towns and keep moving.
You don't know how good you've got it.
But my clan is now in more danger, having lost our Hala.
Oh, I'm willing. I love translating Elven. The problem with Elven is that it's not a language, it's a cipher. So a lot of it is based not on direct literal meanings of words, but intent and context, which is a pain in the ass for a translator because you need the intent of the person speaking and the context of the conversation in order to even guess what the translation would be. So without those two things, you're pretty much on your arse and you just have to like use your intuition to kind of like figure out what it could mean. I love it. Yet you risk the city's dangers.
If you go to Kirkwall, you'll be an apostate in a city full of Templars.
I know. But if I don't go to Kirkwall, I'll be alone. A solitary elf is easy prey for anyone. In the city, I can get lost in the crowd.
Fenris's two moods, a fact. Angie and Uwu. Angie and Uwu Hawk. Okay, fine.
I'm glad you decided to pitch in back there.
Oh. Oh, you're welcome. I wasn't sure I'd be much good.
Oh.
I've done a little fighting before, but it was always alone. I'll try not to hit anyone. On our side, I mean. I'm babbling again. Let's go.
She's adorable. She's adorable. I love that the dog loves Carver. Dogs know. Dogs know good boys when they see them. Pew, pew, pew!
Destructive forces of nature coming up!
Why is this guy like dying? Oh. This is fine.
Well, we won.
Kore nani, kore nani. Do you know I've never done Meryl's romance before? Fenris
You
just
can
needs.
feel how thin the veil is up here. Perfect place to bury your dead. The ancient elves were brilliant.
High praise from the man who thinks that the Dalish are wasting the time. Fenris, do you want to talk about it? He's every so often Fenris likes to play a hard game, but every so often his elf rears its head. Ah yes, that man is an elf. He's just his elf is showing. Fenris, your elf is showing. The veil is thin here. Is it Solus? Sorry, Fenris. Force of habit.
So the Keeper finally found someone to take you from here.
Yes.
Then finish your task quickly, human. We cannot be rid of this one too soon.
The Dalish are one big happy family.
I have made my choice. And I will save our clan whatever you think.
What's going on here, Meryl?
Nothing. Just ignorance. We should go.
Oh yeah, Meryl is working for Solus. Change my mind. Meryl is literally trying to keep her history alive. She's literally trying to find all of these ancient texts and things, and she's rebuilding. She's fixing an alluvium, and the whole concept of Solus, like around the trespasser, kind of like era, is that he's trying to regain control of the crossroads and all of the alluvians and the alluvian network. Meryl is working for Solus. She just might not know that she's working for Solus, but she is working for Solus. Change my mind. Oh no, the rugs lead. Oh, Elfert! Hold on, guys. I need to pile all
A
bones.
landslide blocked the path. There's a cave that should take us to the other side.
I don't want to do a cave, it's full of spiders. I don't want the spiders.
I'm sorry. You're not really seeing the Dalish at their best. We're good
Spooders!
people that look out for each other. Just not today, apparently.
Spooders! Look, what did you do?
There's more going on here than you and Marathari have told me.
It's a misunderstanding. It doesn't matter now. Even if my people don't appreciate my efforts, I must see this through. Let's go. Ashabelanar isn't known for her patience.
Those aren't the famous last words of anyone ever. Solus, come away with me. Let's be happy and start a life together. No. Vanan, I must see this through. Damn it, Solus! Your tea's ready! Come home, you daft prick! It's getting cold. Just come home. Stop all of this feckin' end of the world bullshit. It's not you, Solus. You think it is. You made one mistake 1,000 years ago and now you're just letting it fucking rule your life. I made bangers and mash, Solus. I got your slippers, pal. We've got shite Saturday night TV to watch. Come home! No, Vanan. I must destroy the world. Damn it, Solus! God damn it! We could be happy. Let me love you, Silas. No, Vanatan. Meryl says, Haren na melana salin Emma irabelas soverinan isala hamin venan him dorfelas. Haren is elder, na melana salin. Elder, your time has come. Emma irabelas, you are filled with sorrow. Surinan isala hamin venan him, your dorfelas. Your heart slows, your heart becomes, what does door mean? Suverinan isala hanim. She says those words. Namelana Saline, she screams that. She screams that during battle. These are her battle cries. She says Namelana Saline in battle, and she also says Suverena Isala Hanim Hamin. What does that mean? Venan him dorfalas. Venan is your heart or your core, but it's also like a place or something precious. Him means to become something. Door, I'm not sure what door means, but falas means slow. So your heart slows. It might be grey. It might be the color grey. Hold on. Grey and slow. Ah! Let me get my compendium. La da dee 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 dee. La 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 da 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 dee. Translation: Elder, your time has come. Weary eyes need resting. Heart has become grey and slow. Waking sleep is freedom. That's not there. Waking sleep is freedom is Uthenera vir revas. Revas vir Uthenera. That's not in what Boots gave me. Boots! Boots, you dropping the ball? Freedom is revas. And the waking sleep is Uthenera. And then vir is how you say something through or by or with. So revas vir Uthenera is waking sleep is freedom. Revas. I translated a lot of that. I'm very proud of myself. I copied it from what she said in a video. Ah, okay. No, you're fine then, Boots. You're fine. In subtitles. No, well done. Oh, no, the spooners! Well done. Did you pause it? I couldn't do it that fast. Get out of here, spooders! Oh no, there's more spooders! Be gone, spooders! Gross, 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 gross. She speaks quite slowly though. Oh no, it's still too fast for me. Because I have to read it and I can't read, and then I have to brain it and I can't brain. So it's my two weakest things are brain and read. I need time. Time is good. Time is fun. The Anderfells, you say? We like the— oh, silverite. Yes. Oh, missed the door completely. Oh, missed the door again. Brain is incredibly tricky. Kratty. Nice. I don't want it. You can keep it. Not the spooders! Kill this one especially. He is corrupt.
Run while
Ow! It's way too close for comfort. It's gross. Horrible. I hate it. Gross. Kill it with fire. It's the best thing about being a mage. Kill it with fire. I don't want it. No, give me the thing. Give me. I don't want it, you can keep it. Alright, here we go. Sundermount is interesting. Sundermount is interesting. We'll talk about it once we're there, but here we go. This is going to be the first time where Harris sees a blood mage interacting with a demon to get something done, and nothing bad happens to her. So he's kind of like, interesting, interesting, interesting. What if everyone is going to
the way forward.
Disapprove?
One moment.
Everyone is going to disapprove of what I'm about to do. Everyone. Except Meryl.
Blood magic? Foolish. Very foolish.
Yes, it was blood magic, but I know what I'm doing. The spirit helped us, didn't it?
It actually did help us. Listen to the whispers. Listen to the whispers. Ego whispers. It did help us.
The barrier is gone, certainly.
Nobody ever denied that blood magic was useful.
Be careful up ahead. Restless things prowl the heights. In the days of Arlathon, the elders came here to sleep. Uthenara. The endless dream, they called it.
Uthenara?
But they don't sleep peacefully anymore.
We don't talk about this. This is fine. This is fine. This is perfect. This is the color of red. Partner misheard Ego for Igor and has decided that that's their name from now on. Ego disagrees. So this is where the elders came to sleep. I've often wondered, because like Uthenera, right? Uthenera is where you sleep and then your spirit walks the Fade. So I've often wondered, because we know that Solus, according to Solus, he locked the Evanuris in the Fade, which means that if he did it the same way that Uthenera works, either their physical forms are in the Fade, but Solus always talks about how shocking that is for him to be in the Fade physically. I wonder, are their physical forms in the Fade, or are there spirits in their Fade and their physical forms are kicking around down here? It's like you could literally like find them places, dig them up. What if their physical forms are the archdemons, mindless and corrupt? What if all of the Darkspawn are the mindless and corrupted empty husks of the elven people, and all of their spirits are locked away somewhere in the Fade? I don't think that's true, but what if? What if Solus is pissed off at the Grey Wardens because they're literally killing off the empty husks of their own people? Of his own people. I don't think that's true. But wouldn't that be insane? Alter, you say. Level up, you say. Attributes, you say. Right, let's pump some crazy magic in here. I'm thinking, let's get that up to 20. And then I would like that one. Parfait. Constitution for the boy. I really should give him some strength. Hold on, let's give him some strength. And then it doesn't matter. And then my boy, let's give him some strength and some constitution. My dude. Personally, I think the Darkspawn are some kind of infectious bioweapon that the Magisters infected themselves with and brought it back. Yeah. The Chantry tells that the Magisters brought it back with them. But the blight goes all the way back to ancient Arlathan, if the stories are to be believed, because we know that red lyrium is blighted lyrium. It carries the blight. And we know, according to legend and lore, that Andruil is known for making armor out of red lyrium from like corrupted titans way back then. It drove her insane. So I think the blight is already something that was created, but then it was locked away it was locked away with the Evanuris in the Fade, I'm sure. Do we find out that red lyrium carries the blight? Yes, we absolutely do. When you do the quest in Inquisition with Bianca, she confirms it. Bianca! She studies red lyrium and she finds out that it is a living thing, it carries the blight. And then in the Descent DLC, we find out that lyrium is literally Titan's blood. So it is corrupted, blighted Titan's blood. Using lyrium is a form of blood magic. Yes. Literally, lyrium is blood. Therefore, it could possibly, excuse me, be regarded as a form of blood magic. Technically. Thoughts on human origins being that they were once spirits that were trapped here after the veil was formed. Only theories. This, as Cole can become more human. Solus references spirits becoming shackled to physical forms as well. So I definitely think, knowing how the devs for BioWare work, they wouldn't be setting something like that up unless they had something to bring to the fore later on in a later game or in a later book or something. So we know that spirits can take on physical form. People have often wondered if that's what happened to Solus. If Solus was a spirit of wisdom that took physical form. I've often wondered if that's how the elves literally came into existence. Was they were spirits that took physical form. And not all spirits wanted to. They wanted to stay spirits. But the ones that wanted... Because the ones that wanted to take physical form and progress forward into the waking world did. And they became the ancient elves. But I'm not sure. A game theory, Dead Space and Dragon Age occur in the same universe. The Broodmothers are basically brethren moons. And the Darkspawn are... all follow the Archdemon, just like the Unitologists do with the markers. Same game. Same game. I haven't seen Dragon Age and Dead Space in the same room. I'm just saying. Have you seen them together? The boy dog. Who's that? My God.
I think it's safe now. Place the amulet on the altar.
Don't tell me what to do.
And I'll begin the rite.
Okay. That seems fair. Ah, an arcane heart. Right. Everybody prep thy loins. Mummy is coming back. Uthenera via Rivas? Rivas via Uthenera?
Aharin amalana salen. Emma ira au bella serviranan. Isalahamin vinanhim dofilas. In Uthenera
Narivas. In Uthenera find freedom. Mommy?
Ah.
here we are.
A witch.
It's all right, Fenris. She means us no harm. Under Anatishan Ashabalanar.
One of the people. I see. So young and bright. Do you know who I am, beyond that title?
I know only a little.
Then stand. The people bend their knee too quickly. So refreshing to see someone who keeps their end of a bargain.
That's Captain
I
Janeway.
half expected my amulet to end up in a merchant's pocket.
That's Captain Janeway, 100%. That's Captain Janeway's voice. Captain Janeway voices Flemeth! Also, did you notice that she asked Meryl, do you know who I am beyond that title? Because she's Mythal! And Meryl's like, I know only a little, wink wink. She's totally working for Solus. Wait, I carried you here?
You were inside that amulet the entire time?
Just a piece.
Asha Belinar, hold on.
But it was all I needed. A bit of security, should the inevitable occur. And if I know my Morrigan, it already has.
Asha Belinar means woman of many years, or the eternal woman, or someone who lives a fuck long time. Someone who keeps coming back. Bit of a boomerang. You toss her away, she keeps coming back. She loves Flemeth. I know. I love her energy for Flemeth. Voyager was one of my favourites as well. I loved Voyager. And Captain Janeway will always be iconic. By the way, happy International Women's Day. Just talking about awesome women's. She's one. Not this guy. I was just moving my mouse. I wasn't circling round Anders' face. Although, however. Fenris! I love it whenever we get an opportunity to defer to Fenris. Fenris! What are you to say about it, pal?
You are no simple witch.
Figured that out yourself, did you?
I have seen powerful mages, spirits, and abominations, but you are none of those things. What are you?
Such a curious land. The chains are broken, but are you truly free?
You see a great deal.
I am a fly in the ointment. I am a whisper in the shadows. I am also an old, old woman. More than that, you need not know.
Because it's not time for us to know yet. So the game's like, shh, just move on. Whomst?
Is that someone I should know?
She's a girl who thinks she knows what is what better than I or anyone.
She's also hot.
And why not? I raised her to be as she is. I cannot expect her to be less.
I'm not sure whether she's your daughter or your enemy.
Neither is she.
And she's keeping her that way because the setup for Morrigan is beautiful. And I hope they follow through on it. They set up Morrigan to take... Maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but the interaction between Flemeth and Morrigan in Inquisition, where they talk about how, like, Morrigan was never in danger from her because a soul cannot be forcefully taken, it has to be willingly given. Therefore, Flemeth could not take over Morrigan's body without Morrigan's permission. And then at the end of Dragon Age Inquisition, we see that little cutscene between Flemeth and Solus where Flemeth is kind of like rubbing up against the mirror, the Illuvian in the Temple of Mythal, and it almost looks like she's putting something like an essence of herself or her magic or something into the mirror. It's almost like they're setting up Morrigan to find this little piece of magic, this little piece of Mythal's soul, and willingly take it. Especially if Morrigan drinks from the Well of Sorrows. It's so fucking clever! So, if a soul cannot be willingly taken, yet if Morrigan drinks from the Well of Sorrows and then goes under the gas of Mythal, Mythal could literally will Morrigan to allow her to take that little piece of her from the Illuvium. And boom! We have Morrigan Mythal! Let's go! Exquisite. Exquisite. If they do that set up and they conclude that writing in that way, in that loop, and it all comes full circle, I will applaud them, honestly. If they don't, that's totally fine as well. But it is beautifully set up. What if it was the soul of the old god? No, Solus gets the soul of the old god. When he absorbs Flemeth, you know, like how Flemeth takes the old god from Kieran? So then she's like got the old god and she's got Mythal in her or whatever. And then Solus pretty much like absorbs all of that stuff from her, and she her corporeal form just turns to stone because it's now lifeless, which, by the way, Flemeth, out of the question. I'm pretty sure that it is confirmed that Flemeth is, which is fine. So even if, you have to remember as well that Mythal's in pieces. Like, there's pieces of her everywhere. There's pieces of her here, there's pieces of her in that, like, amulet and stuff. Who's to say that she didn't leave a piece of her in the Illuvian for Morrigan, and then Solus just took the rest. Solus could have the old god and Mythal and all of that power mixed up together. He could be a force. But just for that little bit of security, Mythal puts a tiny little essence of her power, if not herself, into the Illuvium for Morrigan to find later. And a soul cannot be willingly taken. So in order for her to enter Morrigan's body, she has to give consent. It's like the demons. The demons cannot enter your body without your consent. It's why they try to bargain with you in the Fade. However, if Morrigan was under the gas after drinking from the Well of Sorrows, she's now in like basically Mythal's servitude. So Mythal could literally just be like, go on, and Morrigan would be like, I don't know why, but okay. Boom! Old god Morrigan, let's go. And then she turns into a dragon.
Why did you need me to bring you here?
And we fight Solus with Morrigan.
Because I had
or something.
An appointment to keep. And because I did not want to be followed, you smuggled me here quite nicely.
What appointment? Is the dentist here? Is she here for her dentist appointment? And she didn't want to take the bus? Ma'am.
I don't understand. Are you some kind of vision?
Must I be in only one place? Bodies are such limiting things. I am but a fragment cast adrift from the whole, a bit of flotsam to cling to in the storm.
Theoretically, if Solus takes Mythal's power and that essence of Mythal, could he control anyone who drinks from the Well of Sorrows under the gas of Mythal? Could he? Does the gas only recognize the corporeal form? Is it like face recognition? The gas kind of like scans Solus's face and says, doesn't look like Mythal. Or does Mythal just have to be vaguely present? Can you imagine if Solus turned Morrigan against us? Who would you choose? Morrigan or Solus? What do you mean? An African or a European swallow?
A fragment?
You do not need to understand, child. Know only that you may have saved my life, just as I once saved yours. And even trade, I think.
But does Flemeth look like OG Mythal? They all have the same headpiece. So I think that headpiece that Flemeth is wearing is the symbol of a dragon's horn, because back in the day, back in my day, back in the days of Arlathan, the form, like the Evanurs could change into dragon form, and that form was considered divine. So only the Evanurs were allowed to use that form. That and their champions. So like their chosen general champions or whatever, they were the only ones allowed to become dragons. There's a codex in the Temple of Mythal that talks about someone else who stole the dragon form and used it for themselves, and he was like put on trial for it and banished for disobeying this rule that only the Evanurs and their champions can take on that form, and for basically just playing like, fuck you, I am as good as the gods, I take on the same form, which could be the formless one, actually. So we know that dragons were held in very, very high regard in ancient Arlathan. So it would be sensible to think that they would use a dragon's horn as a symbol of status and power. Now, Mythal isn't the only one that we see. Like, if you look at Mythal's statues, you see that she has that horn. Flemeth is wearing that horn, and you know who else wears that horn? Andraste and Meredith both wear that horn, which obviously Meredith is basing her design off of Andraste, but Andraste wears that horn as well. That horn, that symbol. Mythal wears it, Andraste wears it, Flemeth wears it. If you look at any image of Andraste, the next time we see an image of Andraste, she has that horn as well. It's all linked. What new?
You have plans, I take it?
Destiny awaits us both, dear boy. We have much to do. Before I go, a word of advice. We stand upon the precipice of change. The world fears the inevitable plummet into the abyss. Watch for that moment. And when it comes, do not hesitate to leap. It is only when you fall that you learn whether you can fly.
People speculate that Flemeth saying the inevitable fall into the abyss is referencing the Here Lies the Abyss quest in Inquisition, where you go into the Fade, and because of that people leave their hawks in the Fade because they think that Here Lies the Abyss is referencing this section where Flemeth is talking to Hawk. I don't think so, but it might be. But I don't think so. The way that she talks about it, the Abyss was always the deep roads. The Fade is like the void, or not the void, the beyond. And the void and the Abyss, for me, in my head, it was always the deep roads. And water, so like, there's so much, there's so fucking much, there's so much. What if we're going to do a high dive in the deep roads into that water that we see? I bet you anything that the water that conjugates in the bladder of a Titan is memory. All of the water that is referenced in things, water is memory. Water will always equal memory. Plus, if you think about it, water is also a mirror. The biggest illuvian in the world is the ocean. That's where Arlathan's going to come up from. I am still adamant that Arlathan is on the bottom of the sea, like its corporeal form. The image of Arlathan and its essence is in the Fade. That's what the Black City is. The Black City is Arlathan. But when, this is my theory, so when Solus breaks the veil and the Fade and the waking world start to merge together, there's going to be a green flash of light, green representing the Fade and the return of the dead back to the living. If you've watched Pirates of the Caribbean, you know what I'm talking about. And as the Black City falls from the sky in the Fade, it will hit the water in the Fade, and then it will emerge the right way up up is down. Because if you look at the Chantry images of the Black City and the Golden City, they're inverted. It's the same shape, but inverted. The Black City is the Golden City, inverted. So when it comes down from the Fade, it'll hit the water. And in the waking world, it will breach the water the right way up. It's going to be fantastic. That's my theory. My theory is that I leave my Hawk in the Fade because my theory is that if you leave Hawk in the Fade, he survives. And then in the future, when the veil is torn down, because I'm still convinced that Solus is actually going to tear down the veil. When the veil tears down, all you see coming out of the fucking Fade is Hawk riding the back of a fucking nightmare demon with a beard this big, like Jumanji. What year is it? Ride of the Valkyries playing. No, the Pilgrim song. Who is it that did the Pilgrim song? It wasn't AC/DC, was it? Was it Van Halen? Just thundering behind him. Ah! Just Hawk riding demons. Coming down to save the day, pissed off and covered in Fade junk. Done with the world and ready to cause some fucking havoc with Fenris.
Banana is perfect.
Waiting for him? 7 months.
Hi, Eddie, I'm here.
Welcome
I
back.
actually didn't miss this stream this time.
It was Led Zeppelin, thank you, that's it. It was Led Zeppelin, yeah, just Led Zeppelin's Immigrant Song playing as Hawk comes out of the Fade, riding demons, pissed off and ready to give Solus what for. That's my image. Thank you, Eyeless Mark, for 7 months. Here's to many more together. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome to the Blood Mage Run. I am talking so much today, I'm so sorry. We haven't even got through this quest yet. I'll be quiet. I'm so excited. I love talking about Dragon Age lore. What do you mean? An African or European?
What should I do?
Do as I do. Become a dragon. You could never be a dragon.
Harsh.
As for you, child, step carefully. No path is darker than when your eyes are shut.
Maceranus Ashabelinar.
Now the time has come for
Maceranus
me to
says thank you.
You have my thanks. And my sympathy.
Thanks. Please stop apologising. All this talking is amazing. Thank you. Hawk, right then, where's the fucking egg? Exactly. And off she goes to fuck shit up. We did it! The elves are over here. We did it! Now we can piss off back home, maybe. That was interesting. I must shiv him. Does your Hawk want to be a dragon too? Not yet, but I think he's going to get there.
Maceranus, child.
Thank you.
Your debt is paid in full. It isn't too late to change your mind, Dalen.
Dalen, child.
Dareth Shiral, Keeper.
Farewell. Safe travels.
I'm ready. Let's depart.
Ooh. Oh, whoa. We finally finished the quest. All this rambling later.
Elganon. Is this really where the elves live?
Yes, this is it.
If you think this is bad, you should see where I live.
I didn't think it would be so... I've never seen so many people in one place before. It seems so lonely.
Theory rambling is my favourite, and I would just like to remind everybody that it is a theory. A game theory. Every so often Anders shines through and it's still really nice. When he cracks jokes, he's kind of like trying to be himself in Awakening again, bless him. In your canon, did you leave Hawk in the Fade? Yes. Yes, I did. But I don't know if it was the right choice. because you could send Hawk off to Weishaupt with the Grey Wardens to like build the Grey Wardens up. But I also like the idea of the Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin playing as Hawk flies out of the Fade when Solus breaks down the veil on the arse of a demon. What year is it?
Working your way up will be fun. Alright, that was a lie. It won't be fun.
Some adventurer I am. Barely set out and I'm already daunted. Thank you for everything. For all your help. Will you come visit me? Not now, of course. But maybe later. I could use a friend.
I think Fenris gets pissed off if I say yes. But I think he would visit him, her, them. He's interested. He's like, so, blood magic, you say? Is that good? You leave secret companion. You leave Loghain. Spoiler. You leave Loghain in. To be fair, that's. Can you imagine? I love that people write Loghain's being left in the Fade as like his redemption arc. Sure.
I'd like that, Meryl.
Thank you. Oh, I'm thanking you too much, aren't I? I mean it, though.
Fenris is angry. Watch as Fenris gets angry. Angry Fenris. He's so angry. He's like, you're going to go and see Meryl? Ugh. Look, Fenris. I just want to see. Boop. Let me see her. She's nice. I like her. Magique, Constitution, definitely.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
My
no.
cousin said he might have a job for you. Thought you should know. Did he? I'll have to speak with him soon. Thank you.
Austria and Yorkshire. Austria and Yorkshire. The Welsh talking is going very well. Thank you very much. Right, let's see what this is about.
I didn't think you'd come. I'll find something relatively clean for you to sit on.
Thank you. Fenris is angry.
Can I get you something to eat or drink? I have water.
I came here to see you, Meryl. You don't have to fuss over me.
You're so kind. My first guest and I'm already a terrible host. I wanted to thank you for bringing me here, but I'm making a mess of it.
Uh-oh.
I'm glad I could help.
I can't say that I like Kirkwall, but I'm glad to be here. I haven't exactly had many friends. Not even among my own clan. This is tricky.
Are you okay, Austin, Yorkshire? Are you good?
What made you unpopular with the Dalish?
Being first to the Keeper, I was always a bit secluded. I studied magic and history while the others were learning the Via Tanadal.
The way of the three trees.
It's good that I left. I'd have made a terrible keeper. I was never that good with people.
The way of the three trees is just hunting. So Meryl was learning history and magic whilst the rest of the clan were learning to hunt, is basically what that is. I'm so sorry, Austrian and Yorkshire. Hopefully we can help just by keeping you company and stuff. I keep forgetting the Welsh accents in this aren't actually half bad. But some of them, most of them are. But Meryl is actually Welsh. So that helps. Hold on, my squeaky chair is squeaky. You're doing the fine.
You seem to be getting the hang of it already.
I'm glad you think so. Thank you for coming to visit me, Hawk. It means a lot to me.
Nailed it. We are friends now. Oh. Magic. Is she kicking about? Oh, she's there. Bless her. The Maker's first children are the spirits, no? The Maker's first creations were the spirits, glorious beings that populated the many spires of the Golden City. And the Chant of Light says that they revered the Maker with unquestioning devotion. The Maker, however, was dissatisfied. Although the spirits were like him in that they could manipulate the ether and create from it, they did not do so. They had no urge to create, and even when instructed to do so, possessed no imagination to give their creations ingenuity or life. Ingenuity? The Maker realized his own folly. He had created the spirits to resemble him in all but the one and most important way. They did not have the spark of the divine within them. He expelled all the spirits out of the Golden City and into the Fade, and proceeded to his next creation, life. The Maker created the world and the living beings upon it, separated from the Fade by the veil. His new children would be unable to shape the world around them, and thus would need to struggle to survive. In return for their struggle, the Maker gave them the spark of the divine, a soul, and he watched with pleasure as his creations flourished and showed all the ingenuity he had hoped for. The spirits grew jealous of the living and coaxed them into the Fade when they slept. The spirits wished to know more of life, hoping to find a way to regain the Maker's favour. Through the eyes of the living, they experienced new concepts like love, fear, pain, and hope. The spirits reshaped the Fade to resemble the lives and concepts that they had seen, that they saw. Each spirit desperately trying to bring the most dreamers to their own realm, so they could vicariously possess a spark of the divine through them. As the spirits grew in power, however, some of them became contemptuous of the living. These were the spirits that saw the darkest parts of the dreamers. Their lands were places of torment and horror, and they knew that the living were strongly drawn to places that mirrored those dark places those dark parts of themselves. Jesus. These spirits questioned the Maker's wisdom and proclaimed the living inferior. They learned from the darkness they saw and became the first demons. Rage, hunger, sloth, desire, pride. These are the dark parts of the soul that give demons their power. The hooks they use to claw their way into the world of the living. It was demons that whispered into the minds of men, convincing them to turn from the Maker and worship false gods. They seek to possess all life as their due, forging kingdoms of nightmares in the Fade in the hopes of one day storming the walls of heaven itself. And the Maker despaired once again, for he had given the power of creation to his new children, and in return they had created sin. Oh. It is the paradox of life. Do you create mindless souls, mindless spirits that have no free will or thought of their own? Or do you create free will in the inevitability that the free will turn on you? It's a doozy. Arlathan Part 2! I can tell you all about Arlathan. I can't read too much, my brain will melt. Right, what do we have? So we have family history. We have Wayward Son. If we go into the gallows with Fenris, he always gives us the conversation. So shall we just rip that band-aid off? We need to go and get the bone pit. We need to do Aveline and Sebastian's quest. Alright, hold on to your butts. Yeah, just say that. Just side with the circle. Got it. Alright, well, here we go. Cue Fenris being angry. I said. Why is Fenris so angry? Fenris is angry because that's his constant state of being.
I've heard about the Circle of Magi outside of the Imperium, but I've never been in one. Are you certain it's wise for you to be here?
Thank you very much for that follow. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today?
Maybe not. But we'll be cautious.
This seems more like a prison. I wonder if it's more effective than the Circle I know.
How is the Imperial Circle of Magi different?
Once upon a time, it was as it is here. The Chantry watched the Magisters closely for any signs of corruption or weakness. Then it changed. The Magisters were permitted to watch over their own, and Templars kept only to enforce the law. What happened next was inevitable. The Magisters rule again, as powerful as they ever were.
You said the Chantry used to watch the Magisters. Why did they stop?
You must remember that the attitude towards magic is different in Tevinter. Magisters came from wealthy families, bloodlines that had nurtured magical talent for countless generations. The Chantry was not trying to control poor peasants, but the scions of the greatest houses in the Imperium.
I thought the Magisters had been thrown down by the Chantry.
On the contrary, Andraste never defeated the Imperium. A great army conquered the south, but not the north. The Magisters eventually surrendered to the Chantry, but they did so on their terms. They kept their influence. Thus, they reclaimed what they lost over the centuries. Some battles are lost by inches.
Dun dun dun.
You talk about the Magisters as if they are all evil.
I have no doubt that some are good and noble men, strong enough to resist temptation. But how many temptations do you wish to offer a man before he will give in? Blood magic is everywhere in Tevinter, from the lowliest apprentice up to the Archon himself.
How many temptations do you want to give to a man before he gives in? Ariel, you should share your Pride Demon cosplay. Let us see.
You can't have seen this for yourself.
Daenerys talked about it often. Of course, they say it's forbidden. Behind the smiles and closed doors, however, it's a different matter. To be a Magister in Tevinter is to be glorious. To be a powerful Magister in Tevinter, that is worth any price.
Yeah, so Ariel Drake cosplayed my Pride Demon OC. Ego. If you guys are interested in seeing.
You're saying the same thing could happen here?
If the mages were permitted to be their own watchers, of course. It is too easy for a mage to resort to blood magic if they feel the need is great enough.
As easy as it is to resort to a sword. You were created as a living weapon. Should you not be trusted with your freedom?
My powers are not controlled by a demon. A mage can desire power, justice, revenge, protection. Any cause will do, and then they are lost.
This is the part where Anders loses his mind.
The ones that are lost should be dealt with.
That is the question, isn't it? Who should deal with them? All I am saying is the Imperium offers no answer. All that Andraste did long ago to end the tyranny of magic has been undone.
She ended the tyranny of magic and replaced it with an entirely new one.
Considering all that magic has done to my homeland and my race, I weep for your predicament. Power corrupts, as they say, and mages have power enough already.
And this is the part where Anders literally screams, "You're a mage!" Hello, you're braver than you thought. Hello, thank you very much for that raid. How are you guys doing today? Welcome. Hello! Hello, raiders. How's it going? I said... How's it going, raiders? Welcome to the stream. What were you streaming today, Braver? It's lovely to see you. How's it going? How you doing? again. Hello, you lovely bean. Hello! Right back at you. What were you playing today? How are you? I hope you're having a good one. Right, Anders, cover your ears.
What the Circle does here is better than the alternative.
An alternative I am very familiar with.
Alternatives are so wonderful for those who have choices.
Freedom is a noble ideal, but I see no oppression here. I see fear and danger. But enough. I'm sure we came here for a reason.
Anders is angry. Fenris is surprisingly not angry. Fenris pisses me off when he's like, I see no oppression here, when mages are literally being the most oppressed ever. It's like, alright, Fenris. Check your biases, please. Check your biases. Right, Torbius. Whom's the fuck? Link to the Past randomizer was great fun. Nice! How's your day been so far? Who's this guy?
More mages. You talk.
Who is
I'm
this
going
guy?
to ask the guards about their training.
Okay, Carver. Who's this guy?
I know your face. I am Tobias. You and that man are both hawks.
Wait a minute.
I remember your father. Malcolm was a good man.
Who the fuck is this guy, please?
I have no memory of this place.
I found a letter you sent. About a friend of his you could not name.
Ah, the Templar. Your father could not write to him directly.
Is this DLC?
Lest the Order find out.
The Templar?
He allowed your father to leave Kirkwall. Rule is not served by caging the best of us. A wise man.
Did I accidentally pick up DLC content?
Hard to believe that a mage could have any sort of friendship with a Templar.
That is the distrust of today. A reflex that now restrains more than it protects.
This is base game? Why have I no memory of this place?
I will send the letters I held. It seems fitting that they return to family.
He's part of your family quest if you find a certain item? Dear God. Wait.
Dear God.
He pulled that out of his
Such a
ass.
friendship. Few like your father remain. Even fewer like the Templar. Rest well at the Maker's side, Sir Morivar Carver.
Carver's named after the Templar that helped him! Carver's named after the Templar that helped his dad escape Kirkwall? I feel like I knew that. I feel like I've done this before, but I don't remember it. Carver!
By all means, lead on.
Carver, you're named after a Templar! A Thrask. Oh, that's cute. I love Carver.
I would have been happy never to come back here.
His voice actor is Scottish. Who, Carver's? Or that guy? Oh, the other guy.
The first?
Ah, welcome, my dear friend, to Sol's shop.
I love Carver.
My name is
Aberdeen?
Solidus. Please, take a look around. My apologies in advance. Our shelves are a bit bare at the moment.
He's a bit Doric.
Actually, if you're interested, I could use a bit of help to remedy that.
I'd love that if that mage just spoke completely in Doric and Hawk's just like, what? Eddie, my lad. Hello, Lord Wyvern. How the fuck are you? How you been? You good? How's life been treating you?
How can I help?
It's been too dangerous to leave the city
Oh,
of late,
gosh.
and the substances I require for my creations are, of course, elsewhere. Perhaps you could find them. You'll be compensated for your time, have no fear. I'll also give you first pick of my new creations.
My best friend lives in Texas. How's it going?
Make up a list of what you need and I'll keep an eye out for you.
Perfect. A discount on everything in the shop, Sirrah.
Hooray! Okay, we've got that quest. We need to go and get the bone pit whilst we're in the area. Even though... Wait! This is the gallows. There should be an Enigma of Kirkwall over here. I'm here for work, not pleasure, unfortunately. That's okay. There we go. There's one of the Enigmas of Kirkwall. There's one in the Viscount's Keep as well that we can go and get. Let's do that. What's that? Death of a Templar. Death of a Templar.
The new Knight Commander's no different than any other Templar.
The new Knight Commander? Wait.
Harping on the mages here.
No.
They aren't what you saw in Tevinter.
The moment they are free, mages will make themselves magisters.
They're slaves. You should want to help them.
I don't.
Play nice, boys. Play nice. Carver's just over there like... Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Ba-doo-ba-doo. Let's go tell Carver who he's named after. Whee! Oh, I'm so excited for this. Carver, Carver, Carver.
Thinking of life in Hightown?
We're still a long way from cowing Templars with our titles, brother.
Is there something you would do differently, brother?
It's not up to me. We're on pace to recover an old name for an old woman. And when we're done, I don't know, I guess we'll sit around thinking about how great we used to be. Mother didn't even want that life back until we got dumped here. And you only care because we're under Templar scrutiny.
Carver, what would you do?
Very well, Carver. What's your plan?
I'd look forward. Make something new. Stop paying debts for old men. And if I had to go backward, I'm not looking for ancient names. I'd fix what's important. What went wrong.
We can't just go back.
We wouldn't need to if you'd done it right. Lothering was our home, not this place. We could have stood our ground. You could have stopped that ogre from killing Bethany.
There it is. More guilt. His mum says the same. Ego's whispering in the back of his head. You don't need to put up with that. It wasn't you. You did everything right. You did everything to the best of your abilities. And the first snap of pride, you share the blame for that.
You own as much of that as I do.
I never claimed to be head of the family.
Neither did I, but someone had to save your ass. All right.
Brother. I feel... I don't know. It's like Mother taking everything out on us. She was just scared. I don't have a place in the life she is trying to bring back. I'm here if you need me. But I must find my own way.
He just wants to be his own man. Carver's the best. Fight me.
Here, I got you something.
Why?
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
We ended on a tense note last time. Take it as you will.
These are by father. Are you sure they aren't meant for you? I bet another mage could get more out of them. For your service that cannot be admitted, I ask that you accept this trinket and know that I shall respect your name. Thank you, Conscience of the Order, Sir Morivar Carver.
Carver? The Templar who allowed Father to leave Kirkwall. Your namesake.
A Templar? Have we met a Templar who isn't a colossal prig?
Father must have felt he was worth honoring.
A man who let him look ahead. And a name that would always mean skill thoughtfully applied.
Seems like he thought it held some promise.
Not a link back, but how to go forward. That's what I was to him. I don't know what to say, except thank you.
That's all he wanted! All he wanted was just to be himself and to feel that little bit of like, he's lovely, he's fantastic. Exactly, translation, Dad loves you even if you don't have magic. He feels like part of the family, he feels loved, he feels seen, he feels almost like he has his own self-importance. And not in like a dicky kind of way. Carver's fantastic. I'll fight anyone who says that Carver's a terrible character. He is not. He's great. I love Carver with my whole heart. My whole heart and butt. Loose ends. Yoink. He'll always be my baby brother. Okay, I've returned. My computer is working way better, thank goodness. Yeah! Carry on my wayward son. Right, we need to go to... Gosh, we need to go to Hightown. And do everything. My partner just showed me a pic of Markiplier on Twitter with straightened hair. I shared it on my Instagram like days ago. When he first posted it, I shared it on my Instagram. Ooh woo. Daddy!
So, there must be mages in Tevinter who don't use blood magic.
Of course. There are slaves. The Magisters do not hesitate to collar their own kind.
But no Magisters.
Why must you go on about this? No Magister would turn down an advantage over his rivals. If he did, he'd be dead.
You know, to use blood magic, you need to look a demon in the eye and accept his offer. I just figured some of them would say no. For aesthetic reasons, if nothing else.
You have to look a demon in the eye and accept his offer. How do you think Ego would propose? How do you think he would get Hawk in the end?
Here you're having problems with the bone pit.
Family?
I can help.
Family.
Finally someone comes to help me. You look a bit unseasoned, but I hope you'll do. I had to suspend operations. My workers are lost in the mines or have run off. Served me right for hiring Ferelden refugees. I sent others before, but no word. Perhaps they are putting me off. I need someone competent to figure out what is going on.
What's the reward?
I will pay handsomely. The exact amount depends on what perils you face.
That's all I need to know, I think. Is there anything I can do to piss off Anders? The bone pit, the bone pit, the bone pit, the bone pit. Nah, it seems fine. Parfait. Right. Boop.
I'll head there soon.
The sooner the better. Each day the mine is not running costs me more than those miners make in a year. The bone pit is just outside the city. Any map will show it.
Coolio Iglesias. Bounty.
Well, good luck to you then.
We pop in here and get the backpack. Nice. Wait.
You won't find better prices.
Nanette. Not Nanette.
Find my wife. What do you mean you can't help me?
This
is
bastard.
a domestic matter, Sirrah. If your wife has chosen to leave you, there's nothing we can do.
Ninette is my wife. She's legally bound to me. Bring her back.
We're done here.
Useless. Why are we still paying those sluggards?
Hey, pay me instead.
You should pay someone else. Like me. I like being paid.
If you can find Ninette, I will gladly pay you. That foolish woman has caused me nothing but embarrassment. She needs to be dragged home.
I can't imagine why she might run away.
Fenris?
Yes, my wife and I don't get along. But that's not the important thing. Her family is getting suspicious. They think I might have done something to her. Even if... Well, I just want to make sure they know I didn't do it.
Fenris is eyeing this man up. So is Carver. Look at this. Doom, 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 doom. I'm gonna stick my sword in your butt. And I don't mean in an enjoyable way. Her family is suspicious.
Why would her family think you did something to her?
They think I married her for her inheritance. And they know we have been fighting. They believe this is reason enough for me to hurt her. But I swear, on Andraste's pyre, I have done nothing.
He's Orlesian, which is why he has this beautiful French accent. Yeah, Isabella, yeah, I would step aside and just let Isabella deal with this man, honestly.
Do you think Ninette might be in trouble?
It's her own doing, gallivanting about with men half her age.
Exactly,
She's
Austrian.
just trying to show me I am tied to her purse strings.
You're more concerned what her family thinks than what happened to her.
Ninette keeps the company of other men, huh? And makes no secret of it. I'll be better off with her gone. Well, as long as her family knows I had nothing to do with it. They would ruin me otherwise.
What a butt.
You don't care that Ninette might be hurt or dead? You sicken me.
You have never lived with her. It wasn't always like this. We were in love once. She defied her parents to marry me. Sometimes
Exactly,
I
Pixie.
wonder if I dreamed those years.
I can help.
I'll try my best to find Ninette and bring her home.
You should talk to Jethan at the Blooming Rose. I didn't know she visited whores. Until Jethan sent a letter to our house. He even sent her flowers once. Lilies. Her favorite. Talking about it makes my head hurt. Good luck to you, Sarah.
The setup for everything that happens to Hawk's mum. This is the beginning. Cleverly installed. Cleverly set up. My back hurts. My chair isn't normally uncomfortable. I wonder if it's just because I've been all over the place today.
Did you see a couple of children causing a racket here?
No.
No?
Absolutely not. I don't know if it's just... I'm tired.
Taffy?
Have you seen him?
Karen, was it? No. There are many Templars.
Taffy! Dog or cat, sir? Dog or cat? Rat? Bird? Taffy! Taffy, where are you? Wouldn't it be nice to find Taffy? I wonder... Taffy! This man has lost his pet. I want to find his pet.
Taffy? Taffy, here, girl.
Oh no. Please tell me his animal is okay.
Please, can you help me? My brother.
I'm not your brother. Tell me what's wrong.
What happened to your brother?
Oh, I see.
Karen was always so devout, so idealistic. He was so proud when the Templars accepted him.
Who's this?
I pleaded with him not to join the Order.
Is she just hanging
But he
out?
wouldn't listen. You hear dark rumors about the Templars and Knight Commander Meredith. And now my brother is gone.
Oh, so sorry for the yawning. I love that this lady has just rocked up. She's like, I just want to be involved. I saw a group of people after a conversation and I just wanted to join in. I don't get out much. I'm lonely. Can I come on your adventures with you? I've got a pretty dress. It never sees the world. Or I just want to get out of the house, honestly. It's a blessing. I've been cooped up behind all these walls. Never get out of Kirkwall, neither. If it's not the walls of your mansion, it's the walls of a city. I'm clearly noble, but I don't know why I talk like this. This is every noble should sound like this. My name's Jess. My name's Jessica. I was just wondering if I could join in. Can I be part of your gang? I've made a whole backstory for this lady.
What do people say about Knight Commander Meredith?
Oh, she has many admirers. They laud the service she does in keeping the mages in check. But others say she is terribly fierce and utterly without pity, that she sees demons everywhere. It is dangerous even to whisper such things.
No, that sounds pretty rough there. You know, if I was part of this party, I would suggest maybe we should maybe we should ask her about the rumors.
What have you heard about the Templars?
Yeah, exactly.
People harboring escaped mages just disappear. Templars interrogate and threaten passers-by. My friend has a cousin who's a mage.
Oh my!
And she says he was made tranquil against his will.
That's awful.
You hear more with every passing day.
Oh my! Oh, that's awful. That's terrible. You know, if I was part of this party, which I wish I was, I'd ask her to tell me what happened. Maybe Hawk. Who is this woman? Don't mind me. Anders just turns and looks at her like, "Who are you?" Stop loitering. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I'm very lonely.
I'm here to help you. Just tell me what you know.
Karen would write me every day. Then suddenly, no more letters. I wrote him many times with no response. I tried to see him, but Knight Commander Meredith threw me out. They won't tell me anything.
How can I help? What's in it for me?
I'd be putting myself at risk, possibly crossing the Templars. Why should I do this for you?
I have precious little, but if you find my brother, I will manage some way to pay you. Perchance, in your journeys, if you find yourself in the gallows, ask the other recruits, Wilmerd and Hugh, about my brother. They were Karen's closest friends in the Order. If anyone knows where he is, it's them. May God bless you and watch after you in this endeavor.
Jess does not approve. Oh, that's the last straw for me. Fuck that. You charged this lady to find her fucking brother? I don't want to be part of this gang. You're all a bunch of bastards. I'm going to continue my walk around this courtyard because the mundane, boring activities that I have in my life, at least they're good, at least they're pure, at least I'm not charging people, innocent people, on National Women's Day. Look how dejected she is. How fucking dare you? I'm going to the Chantry. Repent! Repent! Repent thy ways! It's just Eddie's not voice. It's just do London voice. It's like the generic urchin voice. Hello, Governor. I like shiny things. Every so often, I sound a little bit Australian. Junkrat, is that you?
You there, Ferelden. I wish to speak with you. I've heard you have dealings with certain elements in the city.
I hate this man.
You can get things done on the sly, as they say.
That's a fancy way to put it.
I am a magistrate in this city, and as such, I wish to hire you for a small, albeit important, job. A man I sentenced to a life in prison has escaped custody.
Dun dun dun.
He's been tracked to an abandoned ruin outside the city.
Solus?
I'd like you to retrieve the fugitive and hand him over to the guard.
Turns out it's Solus. No, I'm joking. It's actually his son. And he's a bastard.
Why is there such a clamor to catch this man? What has he done?
He's escaped. That's reason enough to catch him.
All right.
Is there anything else I need to know?
There is something, yes. There are creatures in the ruins. The guards I sent are ill-equipped to deal with such beasts.
All right, fine, I'll do it.
I'll take the job.
Bring the fugitive in alive, quickly and quietly.
Never!
Not only will you be well paid, you'll have the gratitude of a city magistrate. Useful for a refugee, wouldn't you agree?
Maybe. Depends how blood magey I am in the moment. It just leaves me in the moment. Right, what else do we have to do here? We have to go to the Blooming Rose. And then there's something else. Oh, wait. No, that's the Blooming Rose. What's this one? Is this Ethereal? Yeah, that's Ethereal. Let's go see Ethereal. Bye, Jess! Enjoy your walk! Boop.
Huh. Well, I just lost a sovereign. Didn't think you'd stoop to our kind again.
Thank you.
Neither did I.
Calm down,
Or
Carver.
Are you not too proud to make some coin?
I just finished a year with my life in your hands. I'm not going back so quickly.
Thank the Maker.
Suit yourself. The pay is here when you're hungry enough.
Carver +5? A cheeky wee +5 for Carver. So if you go to Ethereal and decline the job, you get a cheeky wee +5, and then you can go back in!
Hungry yet? Or are you still too proud to earn your coin with me?
And then we just take the job, and Carver's somehow just fine with it.
No promises, but I'll hear what you have to say.
Since you stormed off, we don't have anyone who can quite work your magic. If you know what I mean.
No, I don't, actually.
I sent some men to fence a bit of cargo down at the docks.
Oh, because I'm a
Haven't seen
mage!
them since. I'd pay good silver for the safe return of them, or the goods.
Yeah. The Magister, the Magister, is Corypheus' voice actor. I think you're right. Fenris is looking like, did we just not tell her to shove it? Yeah, everyone's confused. But the confusion is super effective, and Carver doesn't disapprove. I'll do it.
Consider it a deal.
Good. Go to the docks tonight. My boy Price was supposed to meet our buyers from the Carta there. Maybe you can find out what happened.
Oh, never mind. I'm a liar. Take Carver out of your party before you do the things. It's fine. Carver won't make it to the second act. It's all good. Price is the boy who's 15 but sounds 35.
Avert your eyes.
You are 15 going on 35. Right, we're not doing... I had to rub that dwarf's bald head. Actually, I'm 33. Let me have a look at my map. Let me just do a savvy. Do. Let me do a wee savvy. We could have absolutely saved that disapproval from Carver, but it's fine. We got a cheeky wee +5, so technically we only lost 5. We gained 5 and lost 10. Typical Carver. I love him though. So this is Enemies Among Us. I'm going to go up here to the Unbidden Rescue actually, because I want to get the other Enigma of Kirkwall. And I want to see Seneschal Bran. Voiced by a Glaswegian, no less. And a babe. And a trans ally. We stand Bran. We stand Bran. Brannigan! Come here, boy. Come here. Brannigan!
Insist if you must.
There he is.
But Viscount Dumas will see no one. If you've news of Seamus, I will relay it to him.
I love him.
Fine. Tell Dumas my scouts have tracked the boy and his Canary captor to the Wounded Coast. I'm taking a full company after them, and when I return, I expect him to make a show of the reward.
So many to deal with one Kunari seems... excessive.
You tell her, Bran.
He may be Tal the Shoth. The Winters leave nothing to chance. Get out of my bloody way.
Okay.
Yes, what is it?
We're harassing Seneschal Bran, who is wonderful, Crab. Who is wonderful, Crab. How are you? The Viscount's son was taken.
Looks like I'm not the only one who saw the bounty posting.
Apparently so. And I am regretting it. As I told the others, Viscount Dumas' son, Seamus, is missing. We suspect he was taken by a Kunari.
How are
If
you?
you would like to try your hand at securing his safe return, feel free. I have certainly granted no exclusivity to the Winters and their violent approach.
The boy will be home soon enough.
Declare it if you like. but the reward goes to whomever brings him back safe. A discussion you are welcome to have with the Winters, should you encounter them, on the Wounded Coast.
Wow. Carver +5! Ariel, I'm like, this is so good! Dude. I love him. Let's go, Ego. Let's go, Ego. Let's go. Oops, that's not Ego. I got overexcited. I'm just liking all the things. Thank you very much for cosplaying my OC. That's so cool. Whee! Right, let's go and get... So if I go in here, we can get that. And then if we go into Bran's room... Hi, Bran. Then it's here. It's weird. Hold on. So you've got to, like, angle it. Oh, wait. Maybe you don't need to angle it. No, you just click on the wall. Oh, cool. I was trying to be all slick and clever, and it was unnecessary. We didn't bring a rogue.
I can't do that.
That's fine. I don't need it. So now there's one in the alienage and one in the bone pit. Let's go to the alienage and see if we can get the one that's there. And then the last one is in the bone pit. Good day. Alienage, alienage, alienage. Lowtown. I'm trying to cook myself a snack and I just realized the oven's been going. No! Go put your snack!
What are you looking at? Your brother is a mage. As were your sister and father.
Uh-oh.
And I'm not. What of it?
Nothing. It's not always passed to all siblings. But it's good to know you understand our plight.
Shove your plight.
Oh. Anders keeps trying to reason with the wrong people. Hey, I found your shit! Yeah.
You lost this somewhere. I thought this was lost.
You're welcome! Why am I here? The alienage. Do you get something for collecting all the enigmas? Yes, lore! You learn about the dark secrets of Kirkwall. You learn about something so fascinatingly important about Kirkwall. I could just tell you it if you want. You learn that if you were to get like a map, like a blueprint of the city and look at it from like above, the whole of Kirkwall is designed to be one giant blood magic ritual glyph sigil thing. The whole city is a blood magic ritual sigil.
Why do elves stay here if it's so horrible?
Carver, less of that. Where else would they stay? That's not it. It's like over here in the rubble somewhere. It might be at night. It might be at night. It's just a boy.
He's an apostate.
It might be at night. I'm pretty sure it's like over here somewhere in the rubble. I may have it already. Well, whilst we're here, let's talk about Fainreal.
I am sorry for your loss, mistress. But I can offer your son mercy only if he turns himself in.
Carver out here making friends.
I'm trying to find him, but...
The Templars cannot tolerate apostates.
This will be Mother if we're not careful.
Alright. Shit. Hold on to your butts.
It sounds like your son is in trouble. Is there anything I can do?
You heard all of that and still you would help?
Kind of.
Oh, thank you.
Hold your thank yous.
I am Ariane.
I haven't done anything
My
yet.
boy, Fainreal. He's all I have. All my family. When I learned he had magic, I could not bear to send him to the Circle. But his connection to the Fade, it gives him nightmares. Dreams of demons speaking in his mind. I would rather lose him to the Circle than to himself.
Or where is he now?
Did your son run away?
He learned I had contacted Sir Thrask. He felt I betrayed his trust. He thinks he can live free of the Circle. But I am afraid without proper training, he'll kill himself.
Those look like Dalish tattoos. Why do you live in the city?
I was born to the Dalish, but came to Kirkwall for a time and dallied with a human merchant, Vincento. When I found I was with child, neither Vincento nor my tribe wished the burden of an elf-blooded human infant. I raised Fainriel myself, here in the alienage.
Tell me the whole story.
I learned years ago that my son likely had magical talent, but we could not bear the thought of him locked in the gallows. So we hid. When the nightmares began, Fainriel still refused to contact the Circle. But I truly think they are the only people who might save his life.
What kind of dreams is he having?
He dreams of demons, calling to him, pulling him into their world.
Sounds familiar.
Every day, it grows harder to wake him. That is why I turned to the Circle. They are the only ones that can protect a mage from his own powers.
And for the sake of Anders...
When I find him, it's my decision whether he is safer in the Circle or eliminated.
Pride.
No, please don't hurt him. He's just a boy. Talk to him. I know you'll see he's a good lad. He just needs to be protected from himself. I don't know where Fainriel is gone, but there are 2 places you might start your search. Sir Thrask has been looking for him. If you speak to him in the gallows, he'll be able to tell you what ground he's already covered. And Fainriel's father, Vincento, recently returned from Antiva.
Antiva!
He's a merchant in the Lowtown Bazaar. Fainriel might have sought him out.
I love Antiva.
I will not leave you fearful for a moment longer than necessary.
We'll find him before the Templars. Don't trust them to have your son's best interest at heart.
The boy sounds one breath away from becoming an abomination. Let's get to him, fast.
Thank you. It has been a lonely time hiding. It's almost a relief to finally confront this openly.
+5 for Anders. We're doing well. We're doing well. Let's see the progress. Not rivalry enough, but we'll get there.
The Sham who oversees...
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Corinani, Corinani, Corinani. Oh, this is his dad. This is Vincento. The merchant from Antiva. We love Antiva on this channel. Hey, smelly man, what you got?
Greetings, Sarah. You look like a man who'd be interested in the finest Antivan steel to grace his hand.
I am.
I bring only the best northern merchandise to the free marches.
I'm looking for your son.
Actually, I'm more interested in your son.
Son? I have never had that privilege, Sarah. My poor wife, she's back in Antiva and cannot see me often with my travels. Let us not ruin the day with such weighty thoughts. Perhaps I could show you my silks.
Antiva is like Italy, Spain, that kind of thing. So the accents are very like Spanish, but an awful lot of the language sounds like Spanish, Italian, kind of like mixed. That kind of like Mediterranean kind of feel is good. Is good.
We're not Templars, Sirrah. Fainriel has nothing to fear from us.
Yet.
Maldición, you are a mage. I suppose you'd be kind then to a boy who resists being taken in by Templars?
We'll see.
You have no idea.
Yes, evidently so.
Uh-oh!
The boy's in over his head.
The wife is angry!
So I sent him to the only man I know who doesn't despise mages. A former Templar named Samson.
The wife is mad! Angie Solus is angry! Wait, haven't you played this quest? Of course I have! Of course I have! Do I always fuck up at this point? Yes! Do I always remember the outcomes? No! Oh no, in this playthrough? No. No, we haven't. You saw nothing. We haven't started over from scratch. We're not starting over from the very beginning again to put this up on YouTube. That's not what's happening. Samson! It's Samson! Where is it?
Does this Samson have a residence in Kirkwall?
No. He's a wanted man. He stays out of sight during the day. At night, he stays near Darktown. That's the best place to find him.
Also voiced by Gideon Emery. So if we get Fenris and Samson together, it's the same guy voicing them. Ayy. Boop. Enemies among us, and then that's loose ends. Wayward Son is there. Let's go see Samson. Let's go see Samson. And have Fenris and Samson talking, and you can hear it's Gideon Emery for both of them. Dialogue. Oh, the boys aren't talking. That's fair. Hello, Callie Blue, you're just in time. Ooh. No, thank you. I'm sure it's all garbage. Wait. No, this is correct. This way. I'm doing it, Dad! I'm doing it! And then this way. And uh-oh. Pew pew pew! Pew pew pew! Pew! Dear God, we did it! There's more! But wait, there's more!
Where to now?
Ooh. Yeah. Then Samson's over here. Gideon Emery. Gideon Emery. Gideon Emery. Gideon Emery. Gideon Emery. Gideon Emery. Go!
Old Vincento said someone might come sniffing around. You're looking for the boy, right? Feign something. I'll tell you now, there's not much I can do for you.
Fenris! Speak! Fenris! Speak to Samson!
I'm looking for a retired Templar named Samson.
Retired. Sounds better than burned out husk of a Templar begging coins in the choke damp. They don't do anything
shorter
to keep
too.
you, you know. You join the order, you're free to walk away. But they're the only ones who got the dust.
Exactly. Samson is an example of what happens to a Templar when you leave the order. Because remember, Templars function and get their powers and stuff from lyrium, but lyrium is highly addictive. So all of the Templars are lyrium addicts. So if you leave the order, you leave behind your accessibility to your essential drug. So Samson is massively withdrawn from being addicted to lyrium. And nobody fucking cares. There's no like aftercare for him. There's no like help for him for recovering Templars. You see how Cullen struggles with it in Inquisition. He's at least got the support of like everyone around him, whereas Samson has nothing. Exactly, what better leash than addiction? Chantry really is awful. What do you mean? An African Oriental?
The dust?
Lyrium, an ore the dwarves mine. Magic in its raw form. You need to drink the stuff to face down the magicers. Problem is, If you ever try to stop, it just about kills you.
Hey, Fenris, say something.
Is it true you give aid to apostates fleeing the Templars?
The mages
It's
are help.
the
They're
same.
no more than children, newly discovered their magic and terrified. Barely left their mother's skirts, and now we're saying they got to be locked away for their own good. That demons are hunting them. Do you wonder they run?
So in Inquisition, if you side with the mages, Corypheus corrupts the Templars, and the little Templar that Corypheus chooses for his vessel is Samson. This is Samson. He joins Corypheus, and he gets Meredith's sword. So at the end of Dragon Age 2, when Meredith becomes Red Lyrium, her sword gets reforged, and Samson gets it in Inquisition. It's called Certainty or something like that. I can never remember what it's called.
Did you meet the boy?
Afraid so. Blighter was dead broke though, not a silver on him. I helped one mageling for free, and I'll never get paid again.
I pity any mage who is forced to rely on you for protection.
I pointed him to a ship captain I know, Rayner. Sometimes he'll take on runaways. Took another apostate last week, girl I sent him. Might have gone wrong though. I heard rumors he took the both of them captive instead.
Oh, Samson, Templar fair, raise your shield of shame. Samson, something, something, I can't remember the words. If he's dead, sorry. A little bit of ego coming through.
If Fainreal's not in one piece when I find him, I'm coming after you next.
Rayner in, friend. Was just trying to do the lad a good turn. Rumor has it, Rayner had the pair of them locked inside a Keys warehouse, somewhere close to dockside. You want to go looking, you might find the lad before he gets ransomed to the Templars. Or worse.
Hovel, you say? Hovel? Hovel, you say? I like the idea of you can't see Fenris's mouth because he's the one making Samson talk. It's just the same voice actor. They never speak at the same time. Where do you think you're going? Was that guy's name? Oh, it's Strand. Never mind. Boop. Surprise!
The enemies have fallen before us.
Surprise again! We did it! I'm amazing. Take all his shit! That's my headcanon now. Fenris was actually was a Templar. Somebody said that. Who was it that said that?
Job in there. In fact, get rid of any other groups like that, and I'll be at the Hanged Man with some toys as reward.
Toys, you say?
Courtesy of some interested friends.
Thank you.
Well, how about that?
Interested friends, you say. Toys, you say. Hanged Man, you say. Samson, you say. Yeah, somebody said that because the Templar in Lothran in Dragon Age Origins is voiced by Gideon Emery, that it's actually just Fenris in disguise. I can't decide if I'm going to sneeze or not. I think it went away. It was touch and go there for a second. Wait, how the fuck? Ah, here it is. The little stairs by Samson. I did say that Fenris was hiding as a Templar in Lothering. Yes, it was you! Yeah. So it turns out Templar, Fenris was a Templar. That's a lot. There's a lot happening down at the docks. We could do Enemy Among Us and just clear that. And then we need to do everything here. We've got the Bone Pit and stuff to do, Herbalist tasks. I'm quite sure we've still got Aveline's quest thing to do. So you see, Edstart really are cheering me up today. I'm glad. Just borrowed some Templar armor. Yeah, and he's just like hanging out. That's how he gets to the free marches. He fashions himself to look like a a Templar to escape suspicion. So nobody suspects him. I'm glad we're cheering you up though, Austrian. Really glad. I'm sorry that you're having the worst day. Or, you know, the worst time right now, but... silly stuff is welcome here.
So
Yo!
this master of yours wants your markings back. Skin and all.
So his hunters told me, unwillingly.
So why not cover them up? Wouldn't that make you harder to find?
Let them come. I am not one to hide.
Still, if it were me...
It's not. I love him. He's so grumpy.
Do you know a recruit named Karen? His sister is looking for him.
We cannot speak to you, Messer.
Probably for the best, brother.
To the void with that. Karen and the others are missing.
But our orders...
The Knights aren't doing anything to find them. Maybe it's time to ask for outside help.
Right, this is where it's going to get real stinky. I can get so much rivalry with Anders during this quest if I do it right, but I've got to be a right stinker. Fenris is going to love this. Fenris and Carver actually are going to love this. Anders is going to have the worst time. I think nobody minds. Here we go. Let's be a butt. Investigate.
I wasn't even certain Karen
so
was missing.
win-win, right?
Who else is gone?
The first one's disappeared weeks ago. There's been at least half a dozen. Wilmot and Karen were the most recent.
You made me ink.
Why must you keep silent about Karen?
You obviously aren't a Templar, Messer.
Let's get in,
Your
Emery.
point is?
A Knight Lieutenant gives you an order and you obey, without question. They told us not to breathe a word about Karen and the others.
They must have their reasons.
Mustache!
And that'll be a great comfort if you go missing next.
Mustache is Gideon Emery. Gideon Emery, Gideon Emery, Gideon Emery. How can I help?
You can trust me. I'm only trying to keep Karen safe.
Debatable.
I hear that Knight Commander Meredith has some new initiation you have to go through. If you're not strong enough or fervent enough in belief, you don't make it out alive.
Sounds brutal. And effective.
Carver?
Seems to me a weak Templar would die just as quickly.
And you honestly believe that?
Recruits keep going missing.
Wilmot came back.
What?
He did. I saw him this morning.
That's a mighty fine mustache. That's like a 70s porno mustache that this guy over here has. Rocking it. I love me a good mustache.
What else do you know about the initiation?
You hear about some questionable things that the Order must do these days. The Knight Commander only wants Templars that can do what must be done.
Dun dun dun.
Andraste alive. She's killing recruits that might question her orders, isn't she?
That's rubbish. She wouldn't do that.
Turns out, she might.
If Wilmot came back, he might know more about the other missing recruits.
I bet he would.
Wilmot told me he was going outside.
I like a
Kirkwall.
mustache.
Clear his head, he said.
Why didn't you tell us this?
Knight Captain Cullen ordered it, right before he chased after Wilmot.
Cullen,
That wasn't too long ago. If you hurry, you may catch them on the road.
Cullen, 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 Cullen.
Mika.
Cullen is a stinky man. I hope so too. Eddie streams for cheering me up. Hold on! My back hurts. I need to do a stretch. Please listen to this music whilst remember, kids, if you sit at a desk for long periods of time, your joints are important. Please remember to pop your hips, stretch your back, and do the other things. Otherwise, you might turn to stone. Oh, that's so much nicer. Oh, that's so good. Oh, my bloody back. Oh, I feel so brittle. Everything's fine. I bet you anything is just because I've been like more active than normal today. I swear, my body does like the minutest amount of physical labor. And it just collapses. It just fucking collapses. I'm 36 years old, Eddie. I feel you. Hey, I turned 36 at the end of this year. I'm 35. We're not that far off. I was born in 87. Got my first real 6-string. Bought it at the 5 and dime. Was the summer of 87. Wait. Oh. Is that the bite of 87? Alright, that's enough of that. Thank you. I feel better now. Thank you. I needed that. We're old, friend? Nah! 30s is nothing. We're not even middle-aged yet. We're not even halfway there. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, wearing underwear. Take my hand. I'll give you a pair. Whoa, sitting over there in a comfy chair. Hold on. Your tasty music is fantastic. Thank you. Bon Jovi is my favorite. My absolute favorite. Hold on, I need to go and get Aveline before I can do Aveline's quest. So let me go and get her. That's all I want for my life, is a comfy chair. All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air, and with one enormous chair. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Generic London. Constitution, let's go. Bit of strength, let's go. Right, now we can do Aveline's quest, which I forget. Nice, Becca! I'm happy for you. I don't watch The Masked Singer, but I'm happy for you. The way it should be, that's just the way it is. Yeah, that one. I also love Aveline. Oh, this isn't it. This is the Cullen quest. Hold on, back the way you came. Oh, we cannot go back the way we came. We fucked it. Alright, Aveline, you're coming with us. Oh wait, no, unless this is black powder. This is the dwarf. No, this is the dwarf. This is black powder. Excellent. Pew, 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 pew. Get out of here! Spooters! Damn spooters! And their spoodery ways.
The danger is past. Are you all right?
No thanks to this lot, can't get a decent blade at a bargain anymore. You, though, you're what a man needs. A skilled enthusiast.
Comfy chair caught. Nice! Get to the offer.
There a job in this rambling?
Name is Javaris Tintop.
I didn't ask.
And I need someone to help me court the Canary.
What?
Those hornheads in Kirkwall have a powder.
God, it's cold.
Explodes. And it's just dust. No lyrium, no demons. Anyone can use it.
It's called Gatlock.
I have heard of this. It's why their ships are so feared.
The dreadnoughts, yeah. It's called Gatlock. The explosive boom. What temperature is it right now? Hey Siri, what's the temperature?
It's -2 degrees right now.
-2 degrees. I know that doesn't sound like much, but I can feel it. It feels like -6. It's -2, but it feels like -6. I can feel it on my back. It is, it's bloody cold. I can feel the cold. I might put my hoodie on just as like a blanket. It's -11 where I am. Yeah, it's really cold. I can feel it. This old building doesn't retain heat very well, unless it's in the summer, in which case it turns into an oven. Make it make sense. It's too cold in the winter and too hot in the summer.
I doubt they were eager to sell.
That Arishok said I wasn't worthy. That only their outcast, the Talvashath, or that mercenary. I said, great, I'll go talk to them. Didn't go over well. But, made me think. Maybe he'll bargain if I get rid of something that bothers him more than, well, me.
The Talvashath.
The Talvashath. Are you up for some paid hunting?
I think 30 degrees or 32 degrees Fahrenheit is freezing. I think. So -2 would be below 30 degrees Fahrenheit if that's the case. Bloop.
Your people must have something like that already.
Small things, shaped to crack faults, not shatter the earth. Plus, they're mostly lyrium. Expensive, poisonous. The Chantry controls it topside. The glow makes you a target. Problem after problem.
If the coin is good.
All right, I'll step in for you. For a price.
I'm done bargain hunting. I want it done right. Now, best I could figure, they're up the Wounded Coast, a whole camp. Take their heads off and meet me at the compound in Kirkwall. Get this right, and we'll be richly rewarded. Richly.
Richly, you say? Aveline, calm down. This is why I didn't want to bring Aveline, but we're here now. We fucked it. I went to the wrong place. It's fine. It is windy. The wind chill is bringing that down from -2 to -6. So there's a little bit of wind chill. Right, here we go again. Let's try that again.
There might be some stragglers before the main group. Nothing we can't handle.
This is what I wanted to do. Thank you very much, Dragon Age. Pew pew! Brisk indeed. I can feel the cold on my back. It might be time for the Udi.
Well done, everyone.
Alas. He's so hot. He's so famous. Pew 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 pew. Where did that rogue go? Is that him?
I suffer no threat.
I've got you now. He won.
Dear God. Stole his money!
We're close to the ambush, Hawk. Be ready.
Oh, I'm ready. I've been ready.
There's our targets. For the Kirkwall Guard! Hit him where it hurts!
Pew 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 pew. Pew pew pew. Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. Pew. Hello, Jaggart. How are you?
What a waste!
Pew 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 pew.
Well equipped for bandits, but dead is dead and the road is clear. Captain Jevon needs to know of this. Back to the barracks for your just reward.
Dude, I wish I had taken a I'm too exhausted to be alive nap today. I really could use one. Cool, right, so back here. And then man gets angry is the conclusion to this quest. Angie man.
Good day, Sarah.
A good day. Okay, cue the angriest of men.
Not much room in the barracks, but there's nowhere I'd rather be.
Woman smart. Woman do good. Angie man angie. But lady better than Angie man. Holds on. Big strong. Angie man. Much wow. Yes, such Angie. Much wow. Here he comes.
There's Jevon's office. Wait while I explain our initiative.
Sleep well, Catnug. Enjoy
I
your
don't know how
lurk.
they do it where you're from, guardswoman, but I decide the patrols, not you and your whims. You may have been put up for lieutenant in your first year, but I'll have no show-offs in my command. Have I made myself clear?
Angie.
Report to your post before I have you and your Ferelden accomplice jailed.
Big Angie man.
A lot of yelling for doing him a favor.
We killed a band of highwaymen. What does it matter whose patrol it was? It's not the first time he's made me wonder like this. Something is very wrong.
Angie. Yeah, the captions don't really pick up on my accent or what I'm saying ever. Sometimes it's really bad. If the captions are ever like weird and dumb, I apologize. Whose patrol was it then?
So let's find out whose toes you actually stepped on.
Then we should check the duty roster and see who was supposed to take that route. What have I stepped in this time? Threaten my friends.
How correctly I had
Letting
Suffolk
that one
down
go, Captain.
yesterday.
Fine day, Sarah.
Oh, roster is here. Get.
Aveline! I owe you for clearing the ambush the other night. Saved me a mess of trouble.
Brennan, that route was yours?
It was. Single patrol. I'd have been dead for sure.
So there was nothing unusual about it at all?
It had been clear for weeks. It didn't get unusual until after we heard about you and Aveline. The captain reassigned me after he heard what you did, and I passed the satchel to Donnick for his patrol tonight.
The satchel?
Pay and order assignments. Captain has us run deliveries to the outposts during light duty. It's usually just an updated copy of the roster. The satchel for that night was heavy, though. Anyway, thanks again, Aveline. You're a good one.
So the satchel gets heavy the same day we discover an ambush?
Angie man, corrupt man, oh no.
You're sure you want to pursue this? This is your superior we're talking about.
If a guard has been put at risk, a good captain would want to know why. And if he's not a good captain, I want to know why.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
A messy way to pass information. And Brennan already sent it along.
Another guard is walking into the same trap. I can't let that happen. Brennan said Donnick. A good man. Donnick. I've got his route. A night walk in Lowtown. Let's go make sure his quiet patrol stays that way.
I bet you've got his route. I bet you've got more than his route. I bet you've got his root, stem, shaft, and balls.
Good luck getting in.
Don't you worry, Aveline. We'll get that man for you. We'll definitely put a ring on that. We'll get him. She playing her cards. Yeah, she is. Right, nighttime. This one. Oh, it is cold though. Oh, it is cold. Right. Here. Do me a favour. Here's Fenris. There he is. He's beautiful. Right, you keep an eye on Fenris. I'm gonna put my hoodie on. I'm just gonna be over here. I'm just gonna. Here, hold my glasses. It's actually really cold, and I'm gonna get my cow hoodie that because it's tantamount to a blanket, and I need it. I need it big time. It's so cold. Probably put the heating on for an hour as well. I think I will. You might hear my Angie boiler though. My boiler is so Angie. Everything is so Angie. Why can't we all be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Please enjoy the chair stream. Please make Chair Chan feel welcome. It's got my Dorian hoodie on the back. It's like putting on my skin. At this point, it's like putting on my own skin. Oh, it's so nice. And I'll just pop the heating on for like an hour. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? I'm sorry if you hear my Angie boiler. He is a little bit, look at my hair. He is a little bit noisy when he gets going. My hair is all over the place. Right, okay. Alright, I can see you guys again now. What are you guys saying? You are my one and only Chair. The faint talking in the background. Hi, handsome. Want to take care of some slaves together? Just Fenris rocking up. Hey. You want to take care of some slavers together? You want to go for a ride? Kill some. Oh god, it's so comfy. Oh, it's so warm and it's so comfy, and I love it so much. And it's covered in cows. Best thing. Easily the best thing that I probably own. Wait, I'm famous. Oh, righty. What were we doing? I forget. I'm so comfy. Oh, we're saving Donick. That's what we're doing. God damn, I'm so comfortable.
We can't waste time, Hawk. Guardsman Donick is here.
I'm literally going, Aveline. Okay, I can't move any faster, pal. We're on our way. From misery to happiness today.
We must be getting close.
Donick, it's me. I'm here to help. Whoop. We are saving Aveline's man. Yeah, we are. Airport? Am I going to the airport? Yeah, you are. Donick, it's me, your savior. Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. To that thug. I did it. I helped. I'm so comfy.
Who? Aveline? You're a beautiful sight.
Guardsman?
Yes, she is.
I mean, I was on patrol and they came out of nowhere. I took a few down, but there were too many at once. The captain said this route was supposed to be quiet. The seal of the Viscount. Office details, city accounts.
To whom?
Valuable to a guild of thieves.
Uh-oh.
A sacrificial delivery with one of our own. Captain Jevon will answer.
That's straight. Boo! Boo, the heterosexuals. Boo! Nah, we love our heterosexual friends in this community. However, they are forcing this on me. I must admit. Like, I didn't ask to see a heterosexual relationship. Like, they're clearly just ramming this down my throat at this point. I mean, think of the kids. Think of the kids. If they play this game and see that, they might turn hetero. Jesus. Fucking hell. I don't oppose the straight lifestyle, but they should keep it in the bedrooms. Keep it behind locked doors. Exactly. Don't put it into like our media, like. When I was a kid, I was forced to be hetero. I was forced. It was forced on me. Like, I got asked all the time, like, when are you getting a boyfriend? Like, when are you getting married? When are you settling down and having kids? Forced on me. I didn't ask for this. Bloop?
I think a bloody response is in order.
That's not the way of a guardsman. Something Jevon has forgotten, if he ever knew it.
Ego spoke.
This goes to the office of the Viscount. This will be known. The captain likes his thieves so much. Let's see if they welcome him in prison.
Yeah, exactly. Like when I was a kid, we played house. Like that was normal. Like we were encouraged to play house, and I was always like the female characters, and I'm like, but I'm a boy. I don't get it. I mean, I don't mind it, but why can't I play the dad? Had it forced on me, I did. Didn't ask for this. My sister is suffering from that. She's ace. She's kind of happy I became pregnant now. All the focus is on me. I remember that when my brother got married and then his wife got pregnant, suddenly I was like, thank fuck. Now they won't be asking me. Because one, I'm queer as fuck. And two, children, yeah. No, typing lurk is just a wee way for people to interact with the stream. If you want to let us know that you're watching the stream but you're not in chat to respond, then you can just use lurk to let us know. Then that way we won't talk to you directly. We know that you're here and you're enjoying the stream, but you don't want to contribute in chat. That's all that means. And if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. It's just a wee way to feel involved. I'm a non-binary ace lesbian. I did womanhood very wrong. Same. Yeah, I was expected to do the whole woman thing. The best I could do was tits in the vagina. That's the best I could do. Hello YouTube, how's it going, pal? What's going on YouTube? I don't know, I don't understand how they thought by like divine design, I don't know why they were like, tits in the vagina. And then a boy in the brain. Perfect. That's how you do.
It's perfect.
Mark! 8 months. Thank you very much for resubscribing. Hi YouTube. I'm trans. By the way, just for anybody who is watching, you define your own womanhood. You define your own non-binaryhood. You define your own manhood. There is no set rules anymore. You are what you are by doing it. You didn't do anything wrong. Society just needed to catch up. And catch up it shall. You're valid, you're seen, you're wonderful, you're beautiful. Trans and non-binary and cis. It's beautiful. We're all beautiful. All I ask is that you don't be a dick. That's literally the only thing that I ask from people. Be yourself. Be whoever you want to be. Just don't be a dick. And we'll be just fine. What was I doing? Donic. It's this one, isn't it? I believe it's this one. I appreciate you, New Moon. I appreciate you. Eddie, have you ever, I assume, hope you have, watched Steven Universe? I have not, actually. It's not something I ever got into. I've heard a lot about it, though, and I like an awful lot of the cosplays that come up from Steven Universe. There's a couple of the characters that look really, really cool, especially when they're cosplayed. I've never actually watched it. Right, where's this going to take me? What time is it? Oh shit. I need to get up early again tomorrow. I don't need to, but I want to. I'm seeing a friend for coffee. And I promised I would get up early.
I understand you're named after a famous knight.
Everyone always brings up the name.
I've not heard of Sir Aveline. Is she very famous?
Really? They don't tell of her glorious downfall into Winter?
Not to slaves.
Pardon me for saying so, but thank the Maker for that.
Oh, wee Fenris being like, I heard that you're named after a great warrior. And Aveline's like, sort of, yes. Fenris is trying to, like, pitch in. Make friends! Or summit. He's lovely.
You're gonna regret
Also, I love the light-hearted ribbing we give the cis-hets. It's all in good fun. The second that people actually start being malicious about it, I'll shut it down so fast. Just so long as we can treat it as friendly banter to keep things light-hearted and civil, then why the fuck not? Let's go for it.
Not going to happen.
I'm not a rogue. Who do I think I am? But like I say, the second that anybody starts being actually malicious, I'll be the first person to shut it down. Both ways. Like, if people are malicious towards the trans community, I'll shut it down. If people are malicious towards the cis community, I'll shut it down. Because it goes both ways. It goes both ways. And bullshit comes from both sides. So, I don't care who you are. I don't care what your background is. I don't care what your gender is. I don't care what your reasons are. If you're a dick, I will tell you you're a dick. That's end of the story. All I ask is don't be a dick. That's why you guys are so cool. I trust every single one of you. Every single one of you. None of you give me bad vibes at all, and I've never had to shut anything down in my chat, and I'm very proud of you all. It's lovely and cozy. You guys have created a really nice, safe space for people to come into. And I fucking respect the shit out of you guys. So well done. Well done, you guys. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Give yourselves a pat on the back. To earn respect, you gotta give respect. That's all I got. Correct. But a lot of people think it goes the other way. A lot of people think they're entitled to respect. Therefore, they expect respect immediately. And they don't have to give it. Which is bullshit. We give respect. Both of us give respect. If you come into the situation expecting and demanding respect whilst being an arsehole and giving no respect, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. It's all about attitude. And you'll usually find that the people with the nastiest attitude are the people that accuse you of having the attitude. Just saying. Oh, kratty. Boop. That was louder than I expected it to be. I apologize for all of my headphone users. Boop. I don't think there's anything here that I need. Let's go and see this Talvishoth guy. I remember him being quite pleasant. And then we've got that one over there. Yeah, the Talvishoth guy is this way. Very deep tonight, Edster. I'm deep all the time. Deep in these nuts! Whoa! Bow, 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 bow. I cope with humor. Hello, Seraphiel. You're just in time.
Another friend we haven't met?
Let's go meet him, Anders. Let's go meet him. Deep and wise, I meant... I know. I'm just trying to break the tension. Hello, friend.
No further, human. Talvishoth control these passages.
Did I?
I am more than capable of meeting any threat.
So I see. I expected to warn a caravan, not a well-equipped tracker. The path ahead is littered with my kind. If you are as skilled as you look, it would please me if you killed them.
It's your birthday? Well, you know what that means.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Happy birthday from all of us to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too. Happy birthday, may all your dreams come true. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too. Happy birthday. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Also, I do like the close-ups of the naked lady staff, I must admit. Blah?
Is this Kunari courage?
I am not Kunare.
Well, you're no dwarf.
Kunare are of the Qun. I am Talvishoth. So are the others, but they murder and steal, and I won't. So I warned you. Now I will leave.
Okay.
If they have offended you so much, help me go after them.
But I am worse. They don't want to raise their swords for coin.
Right, Pip?
So they murder and steal. They cling to the honor they held under the Qun. My sword means nothing. I will sell it and myself as mercenary. Kunare would say I am worse.
Fenris just constantly in the background being hot. See, Eddie, I like you because you're not afraid to be funny. One of the best traits you can learn in life is to laugh at yourself. Honestly. Have a sense of humor, do you know what I mean? Is this a brother of Bull? No, they're just all the same race. Oh, then I will hire you.
If your blade is on the market, I'll pay.
No.
Cool.
You sure you know what mercenary means?
Taking payment to face Tal Vashoth only proves that I've sold the last of myself.
Cool.
I know what I am. I don't need to belabor it. You have
Oh,
my
I see
word
what
of
you mean.
caution, human. Heed it or do not.
No, that's just what the Kunari are like.
As I live, I will not understand the Kunari.
Same. The Kunari are just all the same. Not to sound derogative, but they all have that same attitude. Very Kunari. Thank you for listening to the podcast. By the way, guys, excellent segue, Austrian and Yorkshire. Did you guys know that there is a podcast? Exclamation point podcast in chat if you haven't heard our latest episode where we talk about Dragon Age stuff. If you're interested. Whoop, 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 whoop. There's a podcast. Yeah, excuse me, I'm allergic to Kunari. Oh, that I don't mean it like that. I don't mean it like that. I love the Kunari. I have ridden the bull, kind of. A new episode just dropped. I still need to listen to it. Yeah! Thank you for listening to it. Whoop. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah! Fenris, what did you say? Gesundheit, danke. You're allergic to Tal Vashoth. Oh, but Bull's a Tal Vashoth, kind of. Pew!
Now you fall.
I'm helping!
I'd run if I were you.
Deploy dog! Dog deployed. Do you like the music? Cafe 3G made it all himself. He took all of the little sound bites of Solus talking as well and edited it so that it says my name and his name. It's super clever. All of that sound production and all of the editing for that is all Cafe 3G. He's so clever. Can you tell that he works in radio? He's fantastic. I just sit in awe. Like, he does all the sound production because like I say, he worked in radio, so he knows how to do it. He just figures it all out. I'm in charge of research for myself, obviously, and I do all the social media side of things because that's where my strength is. It's a really nice little partnership. I really enjoy it. He's a great guy. Literally after we recorded that podcast episode, we ended up just sitting on Discord and talking again for like an hour and a half to 2 hours, just righting the world's wrongs. We were kind of bummed out because we were like, man, if we were recording, we would have another podcast episode. But it was kind of nice just to vent as friends, you know? But yeah, kudos to Cafe 3G. He did all of that intro.
I can't do that.
And it's an absolute banger. Thank you, Andrastini, for listening to the podcast. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Enjoy your lurk. But yeah, if you guys haven't shared the podcast or given it a wee 5-star review, I would appreciate it if you did. It would really help support the podcast and to get it out there so that more people can listen to it. But I appreciate everybody who is listening to it. It's really nice and it's really fun. It's like it's nice to contribute something to the Dragon Age community, even if it's just like our little podcast. Bloop. Pew pew pew. Oh, yay! Thank you for following. I hope you enjoy it. Fenhidis. So Fenris just swore. Fenhidis. It means like shit. damn, fuck, basically. Like that kind of exclamation. Oh, not the spooders! Not the spooders! I hate the spooders! I aspire to be as fluent in Dragon Age lore as you are, to be honest. I have a confession to make. Come in closer. Come in closer. I have a confession to make. Say hi to YouTube. I'm only proficient in elven lore. I don't know jack shit about dwarves. I don't know jack shit about the Grey Wardens. I don't know jack shit about the Deep Roads. I don't know jack shit about anything else. I just know about chantry stuff that affects the elves. I just know about the elves, and I just know about the Fade. I called myself Fade Walker for a reason, because that's where all my power lies, in the Fade. But if you put me in the Deep Roads, I'm on my arse. I don't know fuck all. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You ask me anything about Grey Warden lore, I don't know anything. You ask me anything about Dwarven lore, I don't know anything. You ask me anything about the Chantry and about Andraste and about the elves, suddenly I'm like the prodigal son. You want me to translate some Elven for you? I'm your man. No problem. You want me to tell you anything about the Kunari? I'm fucked. I don't know anything. Not a thing. There, I've confessed. Now you know the truth. Now you know the goddamn truth. Please don't disown me. Please don't disown me. So asking you if Grey Warden Taint Hawk would break Coryphus' prison is no good then? No, I can theorize about it. I could theorize about that. But that's all it would be. It would just be a theory. Deploy dog! Dog deployed. Wait, where did that go? That's not good. We made it work. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. I haven't saved in a million years, which probably do that. This is fine. I hope. I think it wouldn't work because Taint? Maybe. But here's the thing. Tainted Hawk. Tainted Hawk. Bum bum. Run away, I've got to. Tainted Hawk would Coryphus could control Hawk because he controls the Blight. That's how he controls all the Grey Wardens anyway. I suppose that he wouldn't need to be blighted. If he was a Grey Warden, he's already blighted. Wait. It wouldn't matter if Coryphus was still imprisoned. He couldn't control anything from there. I'll be here if you need me. My brain will catch up eventually. Hi, Ellie. How are you? Run away, I got to. Oh. I'm good, how are you? I have had a day. I have had a day of adulting and I hated it. It was awful. And I've got to get up early in the morning, so I might have to have a semi-early night. But apart from that, I'm good.
This goes on too long. Finish it.
How are you? That's rough. Ah, it's okay. It's not too bad. Oh shit, I'm not paying attention. Where's the Cerebus? There he is. Get him. Don't get him. That seems rough. Wait. Glug 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 glug. Glug glug. Right, hold on. I need to actually pay attention. I'm good planning my next competition cosplay. I'm going to try leatherwork and shoemaking. Are you doing Jester? Have a good one, Becca. Rest up and have the good times. Cerebus is a pain to fight. He's not too bad if you just focus him. Get him down, get him down, get him down. Just don't let him do things. He's not allowed to do things. There we go.
But not my choice.
Done. For better or not.
We did the thing.
Dwarf will be at the compound.
We did it. Yeah, the votes are leaning heavily to her. Azra is still going to be made, but not at competition level. Nice. I can't wait to see what you do with Jester. I literally found it impossible to choose between the two. But I think I would have chosen Jester. So Corypheus could control Carver or Bethany if they became a Grey Warden and the Mage Hero of Ferelden and use them against Hawk and the Inquisitor. Yup. Pretty much. Have a good one, Lily. It was lovely to have you here. See you on YouTube. Fun fact, Fenhedis in Elven translates to it doesn't, but it does. But it does. I don't know if Edis. I don't know if Edis does it. I don't know. Is that canon? I knew what you meant, Austin and Yorkshire. Don't you worry. Is that canon? Oh shit! I didn't even complete Aveline's quest. Hold on. Just ran away and left Donick.
How much longer do I have to wait?
How dare you! I am Guard Captain! I won't be treated like this! Ferelden, bitch, this was none of your affair! I'll see you hanged! Quartered! This will not stand!
And that's how he gets carried out of his own
we found
office.
a number of debts to
that
peoples.
I know!
Such poor character.
It's Bran!
But you, Aveline Valen, have proven your loyalty and ability.
I love Bran.
The guard deserves better than him, Messiah.
Enjoy your lurk.
Indeed. The Viscount would have you put your care for the men into direct practice. You will assume the captain's job.
What?
In due time, of course. There will be training, approvals, months at least. But who better to rebuild respect than the woman who exposed this embarrassment? Resolve any outstanding business, guardswoman. You will be very busy.
We did it! It was so quiet for so long. I was getting awkward. I was feeling uncomfortable. It's going well. We're uploading it to YouTube, so your raid will now be on YouTube. So hey, thank you very much. Fenhedis, Fen means wolf. Edis, I'm not sure what Edis directly translates to, but Fenhedis itself is a swear. It's meant to be used as like an exclamation of dismay. Like if you stub your toe and you say, ah, shit! That's Fenhedis. Or if something goes wrong and you're like, fuck! That's Fenhedis. That's what Fenhedis means. And there's a conversation between between Solus and Sarah. You know the conversation where she's like, Solus says something in Elven and she goes, it's all the same to me. What you said and what I just did, all the same to me. And then Solus is like, well, I kind of thought that you being an elf, you kind of like feel out the meaning of the words. And Sarah's like, you know what else is really good? Words. See these words that I'm speaking right now? Use these ones. And then Solus is like, Finhidus Lassa. He's literally saying like, fuck you. he's like saying Lassa is to give, to direct towards someone. He's basically telling her to go fuck herself. It's so good. And the Inquisitor tells Solus to fuck off. See if you romance Solus. I've been meaning to edit this scene for YouTube as well. If you romance Solus, and then when he kind of like breaks it off with you, if you choose the angry options, then he's like, so like Fenris is like, I'm sorry. And then if you choose the angry option, the Inquisitor in Elven says, tell Abelas, tell Vanan, which means fuck you and fuck your apology. Basically. And I shouldn't laugh because her heart is literally breaking. But that's basically what it means. Fuck you and fuck your apology. Right, we're going to go for magic. And we're going to go... Oh, it's time? Guys. It's time. How do we want to do this? Not to sound like Matthew Mercer, but how do you want to do this? Do we want there to be honest, Duckster? Yes, good for her. I love choosing that option in that moment because that's exactly what my Inquisitor would be like. She'd be genuinely hurt, genuinely upset, and he's giving all of these shit explanations, but with no context. So my Inquisitor doesn't know that he's Fen-Harel. My Inquisitor doesn't know that he has this, like, otherworldly duty that because he doesn't tell her. She doesn't have all the information. All she knows is that, one, he was just, like, madly in love with her and kissing her. Two, he just took her Valisline because my Inquisitor had him remove her Valisline. And then he just dumps her out of the blue for no reason. From her perspective, for no reason. Even though he has reason, he doesn't tell her. So from her perspective, it's just like, fuck you. She's beautiful. How do you want to do this? We could wait until an absolute point in the game and choose the Blood Mage subclass. We could wait until... When do you think Ego would take over? What quest do you think would Ego step in at? There's the quest with Cullen. We could probably do that. Or there's the quest when he loses Carver. That's all the way at the end of Act 1. The mage is in the cave. So there's the mage where we go into the cave and he like hurts the little girl and we can save the little girl and deal with him. Or there's the Templars that are being held by blood mages. We could do that. There's Iduna, the blood mage for Fenrio's quest in the brothel. We could do that. His mum doesn't die till Act 3. There's no way. Did you still want to do the idea that Carver is his power source to protect him like the first time you did this? Yes. Everything that we did before is still canon now. So something has to happen to Carver for the Pride Demon to be like, you can't protect him. You need my power to protect your brother. Here's how you do it. And Hawk is so shaken by Carver almost dying or something that he's like, yes, give me this power. What quests do we have? What quests do we have? Let's have a look at the quests. I'm so excited. Did you do it with the mages in the caves?
Good luck getting in.
Pride
Waiting all day.
can come in with how dare you use blood magic like that. Show you it's not that evil. The dragon fight in the bone pit. Maybe we could headcanon it that the dragon fight almost kills Carver. Did you do the family history yet? Yes. Let me show you what we've got left. So we've got the black powder promise. That's no good. We've got everything is happening at the docks. Literally everything. The first sacrifice. I don't remember that one. What's the first sacrifice? Is that the Templars? We've also got the bone pit. We've got enemies among us, which is Cullen, I believe. The Magister's orders. That's the one with the guy that is literally possessed by a demon. And unbind and rescue. That sounds good to fight the dragon in the bone pit. We could do that. Because the dragon could literally almost murder us. Like, can you imagine going up against... The first sacrifice is the missing wife. Oh, you're right, you're right. Can you imagine going up against a dragon and almost getting absolutely total party killed? And Hawk being like, oh my god, I need so much more power than I have. Oh my god, look at her butt. And then Ego takes over and then Carver could stay behind and become a Templar like his namesake. Yeah, that's the only... But Carver would want to become a Templar, but he would also want to come on the expedition to the Deep Roads, which is ultimately going to be what kills him. Because he insists on coming to the Deep Roads regardless. The only way that he becomes a Templar is if Hawk refuses to let him come to the Deep Roads. So he never gets to be a Templar. And I can imagine a headcanon that whilst they're in the Deep Roads and Carver's getting weaker and weaker and weaker, to keep his kind of like spirits up, because Hawk refuses, because of his pride, Hawk refuses to admit that it's his magic that's killing his brother. He just thinks that his brother is fatigued. So to keep his spirits up, he talks about, when we get out of the Deep Roads, what do you want to do with all of our newfound wealth and status? And Carver's like, well, I thought about that letter you showed me from Dad about my namesake, and I think it might be good for me to look into Templar training. And Hawk could be like, really? You want to be a Templar? And Carver's like, think about it. If I'm a Templar, you've got someone on the inside. So then that way, I can keep you up to date on where the Templars are and what's going on, and give you a heads up if they're snooping around, and keep you safe. And Hawk's like, aw, hand on shoulder, brother. And they bond, and then Carver dies and never achieves his dreams. And there's a little bit more trauma sprinkled onto my blood mage boy. Oh no. So let's do... You know what? Let's do this one. I have an idea. So let's just do a wee savvy.
I've been sent for the man you've
Angst.
cornered here in the ruins.
Ah, so you're the reinforcements the magistrate promised. The man you're looking for, he's holed up in the ruins. Though I doubt he's still in one piece.
That bastard's to be brought in alive after all he's done? Just because it isn't you and your pretty little shemlin children he's after.
What do you mean? An African or a European swallow?
Please, calm down and tell me what happened.
The man you're after, he targets elves. He dragged my daughter into those ruins and killed her! I want him dead! My girl, Leah, she wasn't his first victim. Over the years, he's taken dozens of our children, and not once has he paid for his crimes.
It is Alistair here. Investigate.
Would you mind telling me who you are?
My name is Elrond. I'm a merchant in the city. Please, no one else cares that our children are being slaughtered like beasts.
There must be some humans who would take offense to these disappearances.
We're nothing to them. Even if this murderer does finally go before the courts, the magistrate won't take our word over his.
Why only elves? Why not human children as well?
We're easy prey. No one thinks twice when an elven child disappears.
Well, that's clearly unacceptable.
I'll tear his throat out myself.
Thank you, Sarah. You have no idea what this means.
This is a good one.
For all my damn coin,
Or a
I'm still
bad
only
one.
an elf to these Shemlin. There'll be no justice for my girl in the courts of Kirkwall.
Justice, you say? Justice. Alright. I'll help you.
This murderer cannot be allowed to walk free.
Then that bastard will finally get what he deserves. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Not wise, stranger. You try to take justice into your own hands, the magistrate'll have your head.
I must do what is right.
By his own moral standards. I love that justice is literally right over there. Where the fuck? Why can't I see? Oh, here we go. I was like, why can't I see the entrance to the cave? It's up here. Entree. Take justice into his own hands. Ego is literally about to take justice into his own hands, if you know what I mean. Eyo! Boom! 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 Right. Here we go. So, that was absolutely poetic. Here's what's happening, right? Let me run you through the roleplay. The RP. So Hawk thinks there's an arsehole in this cave. He's targeting children. No, no, no. We go investigate. We find child. We help. Oh no, not the spooters! Not the goddamn spooters! Ooh, Carver. All the while. Now let's get up to 20, hold on. Yeah. Ego's whispering in his head like, oh. He sounds like a terrible person, doesn't he? What a horrible person. He sounds really powerful though. Don't you wish you had more power to deal with buttholes and you could save the innocent girl? And Hawk's like, quiet. No, I've got enough power. I can help the girl. I want to protect people. I want to help everybody. And Ego's like, can't even save a girl. Can't even save elven children. How are you going to save your brother? How are you going to save your family? You couldn't even save your sister. He's like, that's different.
I don't think I can do that.
I can save this girl. I know I can. Oh, can you? Doubt. Pride gone corrupt. Yeah. Is there a plan in the RP here for a Hawk redemption? Or nah? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. Oh, no, there's spooters! It's not clear yet whether or not at the end of the game it will just be Ego and Hawk won't exist at all, or if Hawk will still exist and Ego will just co-host. Away from my brother.
Enemies have fallen before us.
Boop. No. No, thank you. Perfect. That's the herbalist tasks sorted. I love Carver. Did I go back the way? Did I go back the way? Nah, I think we're okay. I did go back the way, didn't I? No, there's loot here. That's fine. Fair. Eagle's like, Hawk, you can't even protect your sister. How are you going to protect these children? In Len's voice, Len says, protect thy children. Uh-oh. Right, hold on. Is that an arcane horror? No, not that. Where'd he go? Len does not want. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh death. Oh my god, the arcane horror is messing him up. You can't even defend yourself against the spirits of the Fade. You need my help. How will you protect your friends and your family against the horrors beyond the Fade? Not Steve! Eagle sounds like Len. He's like, here, have a taste of the power that I offer you. Feel it surge. You could have it. I ask for nothing yet. Except for, you know, a little ride around in your body. Let me in. Let me in. There she is. Let's get her.
Who are you?
Your dad.
Please, can you get me out of here? I just want to go home.
Leah, your father told us you were dead.
My father? Is he safe? Kelder said that he'd hurt my family if I didn't come with him.
Whomst?
Who is Kelder?
The man who took me.
I don't see any injuries. Are you all right?
He hit me, told me I was nothing. I begged him to stop hurting me. I didn't think he would, but out of nowhere, he pushed me away and just started crying. Don't you see? He didn't mean to hurt me. He told me. There are demons. They make him do these horrible things.
Ego's like, a likely story. I haven't asked anything from you. I am a spirit, not a demon. There's something different. You see how Justice and Anders coexist? We could have the same thing. You see how powerful Anders is with Justice? We could have the same thing. Unlike this weakling who blames demons for his behavior, mistreating elven children. But it could be your brother next.
It doesn't matter if the Maker himself was telling this man to hurt you. It's still his own damn
Spiritual
decision.
reach around.
I don't believe that. He couldn't stop himself.
She is a child and does not understand. Her pity is admirable, but misplaced.
I'll try to show him mercy. Ego's like, oh.
Kelder is dangerous, Leah. If he fights back, I can't promise he won't get hurt.
He won't fight you, I promise.
Run to the entrance. You'll find your father there.
Yeah, Fenris has the best voice. Gideon Emery. It makes brain go brr. Aw, they stopped just short of it. I helped. Uh-oh. Okay.
Now we can relax.
Is everybody okay? Oh, here they are. The warriors just ran off. Welcome back, Cat Nug. That's the cutest thing. Oh, you put a little thing on the Unifade. I forgot that we have the Unifade comfy. Oh, it's like my favorite thing. Look. Oh, it's me. I'm so comfy. I mean, demons, let's go. Right. This is the clincher. This is the turning point.
I knew my father would eventually send someone. I was hoping the beasts down here would get to me first.
You gave me
You wanted those creatures to kill you. Why?
It's what I deserve. I should be torn apart, forgotten down here, not protected by my father.
He's weak. We could be greater.
The magistrate sent me. I've never even met your father.
He didn't tell you, did he? The magistrate is my father.
Dun dun dun.
He's tried so hard to keep me, and what I've done, hidden away.
Not hard enough, so it seems.
Fenris speaks. And all the while, Ego's like, do it. Show this weakling what we can do and accept my power. I like the image of him, like, internally struggling and not being able to focus in this moment at all.
I'm not here to discuss the magistrate.
Father is a good man. He tried to help, to stop me. But he can't. No one can. That elf girl, she had no right to be so beautiful, so perfect. The demons said she needed to be taught a lesson, like all the others. The Circle was supposed to help me, but they lied. They said there were no demons, that I was mad. This isn't my fault.
Leah said you told her to run. Why?
I was crying, and she asked me if I was all right. After everything the demons made me do to her, she was concerned about me. How could I let them destroy something so good, so pure?
I imagine that the more he blames demons for the horrible things that he did, the more that pride would kick in and be like, how dare you blame us for your actions? How dare you? And it builds up and it builds up and it builds up until Hawk can't focus anymore.
Let me get this straight. You torture and murder elven children for being too beautiful.
While blaming demons that aren't there. He's just mad.
I didn't want to hurt them. They forced me. The demons don't like it when they cry.
Pride turns to anger.
If the Circle suspected a demon at work, they wouldn't risk setting you loose in the city.
No. They lied.
Real mages suffer enough without charlatans like you making it worse.
I can't stop.
Uh-oh.
I've tried so many times. Please, you have to kill me. There's no other way.
He sees the truth of it. Allow me to grant his wish, if you will not.
Oh no, Anders might actually approve. He's dealing with Ego. Ego's talking to him right now, and I can just imagine him being like, yeah, Fenris, he's all yours. Plus, this is hot.
Any last words before he kills you, Kelda?
In a weird way. It's
Tell
just
my
'cause it's
father.
Fenris.
I'm sorry.
Crushed his heart in his chest. Thankfully, we only got Carver approval. I'm glad we didn't get Anders approval. And the crushing of that man's heart. Ego steps in. Good. Good. You've taken the first step. You could command armies. This weakling could not handle the power we offer. But you can. You could use it for good. Think of all the elven children you could protect. You could protect your own family. You could protect everyone. The hero of Kirkwall. Take my offer. Let me help. You saw Anders and Justice, they're fine. You saw Meryl and her blood magic. Nothing bad happened.
You saved her. My little girl. I didn't dare hope... Did you find that monster? Is he dead?
He won't harm Leah or anyone else ever again.
I didn't believe an elf could ever get justice in Kirkwall. I speak for all of us when I say that we are in your debt, Sura.
What if Ego has a praise kink? Discuss.
I feel just as bad for those knife ears as the next man. But ignoring the magistrate's direct orders, that's madness.
Do it. What if all of this praise, see that level up right there? That's Ego. That's Ego stepping in. And all of the praise the Ego gets just like inflates his ego, just puffs his chest out. Yes, yes. The mighty. The mighty. Yes. The mighty Harris Hawk. Take your reward. Boom. Bam. And then just like that, Ego kind of like steps back and quiets. So that Hawk doesn't feel too overwhelmed, but he feels slightly different. And he feels kind of like, oh. Like almost like whenever he casts spells, it's almost like he gets tired, because blood mage takes, it doesn't take from your mana when you cast spells, it takes from your HP. So when you have it on, your mana depletes and is reserved, and you cast spells using your HP instead. So he feels a little bit lightheaded, because look at all that mana pool he's just lost by the blood mage surge. So I can imagine him feeling kind of like lightheaded and sort of kind of like disorientated, and maybe everyone would notice, maybe Carvel would notice. So we're going to take him back to Gamlen's to rest. He's not sure why, and he definitely doesn't tell anybody about the demon that spoke to him. He doesn't tell a soul, not even Carver. Because nobody would support it. I mean, maybe Merrill, but he's still not confident in telling anybody until he understands what it is. So yeah, with all of that said, that's where we're going to leave it for tonight. Oh! We did so much! And we've got a story to tell. And we have our demon, we have our blood mage. Well done, everyone. Well done, well done, well done, well done, well done. I'm excited. I'm excited. We're going to go into all of these blood mage bits, and then we're going to start using Carver as our life cipher. To be continued tomorrow, same time, same place. Amazing fun. Amazing. Right, YouTube, if you've been watching, thank you very much for watching. Do enjoy the playlist. There's going to be more added every single time I play this on Twitch. If you haven't subscribed already, consider subscribing for more. And thank you very much for watching. Have a good one. Bye.